Len Dawson throws an interception to who else? Herb Adderley. He's got to be, I guess, the MVP to this point for the Packers. Just like that, they have jumped out to a 7-0 lead, and they don't have any plans of holding up. This is the punt return from Donnie Anderson. He breaks a tackle, gets into the open field, breaks a couple more tackles. He's finally brought down, and just a couple of plays later, Bart Starr is going to find, again, who else? Carroll Dale has been a star for the Packers this entire run. Jim Taylor gets a touchdown right there. We go into halftime, 21-6 Green Bay. This is looking like it can be a complete blowout, just like Super Bowl I was. The Chiefs do well to force a 3-and-out to start the second half. The Packers are coming out to punt, and the Chiefs get a hand on it. That's a block, and it's run back to the 2. They didn't get it into the end zone right there, but on first down, they drop back to pass, and Len Dawson finds Otis Taylor for the touchdown. I suppose if you're going to throw the ball, do it on first down. Throw the defense off. Well, just like that, the Chiefs find themselves a little closer. They're still behind, but you know what? They're trying to get even closer. They're going to go for 2 points here, and that would make it a 7-point game. Of course, if they don't get it, it'll be a 9-point game. Interesting decision. And the handoff goes to Mike Garrett. Nah, he didn't go anywhere. So it remains 21-12. Here on the ensuing kickoff, it's Carroll Dale, who's been a big hero for the Packers. He wanted to do it again, but that's a fumble. That's forced by safety Bobby Hunt. And the Chiefs are in business, y'all. A few plays later, they're at the 25. It's 1st and 10. Curtis McClinton made such a huge play in the Cowboy game. Makes another one in this game. This is for a touchdown. Nobody told the Chiefs this game was over. And with the extra point coming, it's going to be 21-19. Here it's 3rd and 1. The Packers trying to extend the drive. The pitch to Elijah Pitts. It gets swarmed. The Chiefs wind up trying for a field goal. Here is Mike Mercer, 46 yards, and he lives dramatically, but he makes the kick just like that. The Chiefs now enter the fourth quarter with a 22-21 lead. The Packers mounting the comeback. Fires across the middle to Marv Fleming. That's a great catch. Packers are in field goal range, but they may try to buffer that lead a little more. Starr drops back, almost a minute to go. Throws to Carroll Dale, gets in front of the defender. Unbelievable game for him. The Packers retake the lead in dramatic fashion, and they will win the game in dramatic fashion. A final score of 28-22, a fourth quarter comeback after conceding 16 third quarter points. The teams exchanged field goals in the first half. This is Bruce Gossett making his kick for the Rams, giving them a 3-0 lead, and here's Danny Villanueva's 28-yarder. Dramatic as always, 3-3 at the half. The Rams in the second half have the ball at the 28-yard line. The handoff goes to fullback Dick Bass, and he drags a dude, drops a dude, gets into the end zone for the touchdown, the first touchdown of the game. 28 yards, the Rams lead 10-3. Cowboys now have the ball. Don Meredith is taken down by Deacon Jones, but the bad news is he's injured and out. The Rams do get the ball back, though. It's 3rd and 4. Les Josephson is stuffed. So from the 36, they're going to go for it. On 4th and 4. Too close to punt it, too far for a field goal. Let's see what they try here. They're going to try Josephson again. The Cowboys are up to the task. Alrighty, now the Cowboys have the ball. 3rd and 19 from the 30. The pass goes deep to Bob Hayes. They left him alone. Does he have the speed to get away from the defense? He does. Oh my goodness. 70 yards on the touchdown from Don Meredith. It's 10-9. And you can guess probably why I'm showing the extra point here. The Rams charge through the line and block it, and they maintain the 10-9 lead. Now the Rams have the ball just inside the 40. Play action to Josephson. The pass goes to Jack Snow right on the button. That's 39 yards for the touchdown. It's the fourth quarter. The Rams will make the extra point. They lead 17-9. It's going to be tough for Dallas to come back here. From just outside of midfield, Meredith jogs back. The perfect crosser to Lance Rensel. I was going to say Bob Hayes again. He's doing everything. From the 19-yard line now, Meredith will drop back. Throws to the end zone. That's to Hayes. He leaps and makes the catch. His second touchdown of the game. That's going to make it 17-15. You would think the AI would know in this situation to go for 2. Okay, they do. The Cowboys down 2, 2:18 to go in the game. This to tie it up. They're in the T formation. The handoff to Don Perkins. He's stuffed. Oh, he's done this all season and he gets stuffed right there. The Rams have the ball just inside midfield. Up 2. That's play action. Looks like they're going to go for the kill shot. It's overthrown. Bernie Casey's overthrown. Wow, the Cowboys will get it back. Play action. In comes Maxie Bond for the big hit. Takes him down for the sack. That'll make it 3rd down and 12. Play action again. Here comes Bond again. Forced to throw. It's incomplete. So it's 4th and 12. This is it. This is the game for both the Rams and the Cowboys. Meredith drops back. That's Bob Hayes again. And look at that speed. You've got to be kidding me with this. He spins away and gets inside the 20 for a 65-yard gain. He has 154 yards on 3 plays that we've shown. Here's Villanueva from 35 yards. No drama here. Dallas takes the lead 18-17. There's still some time though. Here's the kickoff. Jack Snow's going to field it. It's a short kick. He is not going down. The clock continues to tick. He keeps going. He's down. That's it. Game's over. What a championship game here. The Cowboys go into Los Angeles, and Bob Hayes just goes bananas. The Cowboys win the game 18-17. We pick things up in the third quarter. Rams lead 10-7 from the 33. A pitch to Willie Ellison. Looks to be getting a nice gain here. He breaks a tackle. And he breaks a couple of more tackles. And what looked like a nice run turned into a big, long touchdown. That's 33 yards. The Rams, with the extra point, will take a 17-7 lead. The Colts now looking to respond just inside the 50-yard line. Earl Morrell drops back, throws to Willie Richardson, who shields off the defender, makes a great catch, and a run after for his own 33-yard gain. Here we are now on 3rd down. In the face of heavy pressure, Morrell throws toward Richardson. And you know, diving touchdowns are basically his thing now. Another diving touchdown here. It's 17-14. The Rams now, it's early in the 4th. The handoff goes to Ellison. He gets around the end. He spins around. What an incredible day he's having. That's a 18-yard run, pardon me. 2 plays later here, Ellison goes untouched around the edge and does a little moonwalk into the end zone. That's some style right there. With the extra point now, the Rams are going to lead 24-14, but the Colts are looking to respond again. They're at their own 40. Morrell again facing heavy pressure. Flips it to Richardson, who just does Richardson things. Picks up 18 yards. A few plays later here now. From the 32, the handoff goes to Tom Matte, and he just blows by him. He blows by everybody. Spins around as one guy that can possibly tackle him. Gets it into the end zone. The Rams score. The Colts score right back. This is now 24-21. The Colts choose to kick it deep and trust in their defense. The pitch here goes to Dick Bass. I guess Ellison did enough damage. Bass now finds the edge. Spins around. Gets it to what would look like field goal range here. 29-yard gain. And one play later, this is play action. A touchdown would put it away, and that's a pass to Jack Snow. And he gets tackled just outside the 10. It's 1st and 10 here, not 1st and goal. On the first play, the pitch goes to Bass. He's going to try to look to get into the end zone. He's stopped. Here on 2nd down, he also gets stopped. On third down, he gets forward. We're going to get a measurement. And he's short. It's going to be 4th and inches. And the Rams are going to choose to kick the field goal here. It's going to keep the Colts alive. And in this game, this kick can be missed. I'll tell you right now. A 19-yarder, it's good. So the Rams lead 27-21. The Colts need a touchdown to win. And from the 12, they hand it off, but Matty picks up a big chunk. You know, chunk plays on the run game, not the worst idea, 25-yard gain. They are going to try it again here. That doesn't work, so it's down to where they need to throw it. The Rams call an audible on defense. Morrill drops back the pass. Deacon Jones bursts through the line. It's a walk-off sack, his first of the game. The Rams, after everything the Colts did coming into this game, having won 8 times, fall to the Rams here. And the Rams, who were upset in the 1967 championship game, are the winners of the 1968 game. The Vikings lead 7-0 in the second quarter, and they're moving the ball again. Joe Cap is holding it for too long. Roland Lakes is going to jar it loose. And that's Jimmy Johnson on the spot again for the 49ers, running it back. Oh, he's run down. But the Niners have excellent field position. Next play, handoff to Ken Willard. He's been a red zone dynamo. Look at that run. And it's tough to score touchdowns on the Vikings here in the first half, but the Niners have done it. It's 7-7. We're still in the first half. The Vikings have the ball. That pass is going to Tom Hall. He is in for the injured Gene Washington, but he makes a nice play. And the Vikings keep the ball here. They're at the 35-yard line. Play action. Going to Hall again. He doesn't have Washington's speed. He can't quite get in. But he's having a great day off the bench. After a sack, Joe Cap drops back, finds John Henderson in the end zone. That's a touchdown. The Vikings are showing some offense here in this game. 14-7, that's going to be our halftime score. Now in the second half, the Niners trapped all the way back at their 7-yard line. John Brody wrapped up by Jim Marshall for the safety. 16-7. Vikings on the free kick, grind the clock, move the ball down to the 19. Cap throws to Hall. It's a touchdown. What a game he's having off the bench. The Niners try to come back. They got a little bit going, but this game was out of reach at this point. 33-14 is your final score. The Niners did what they could, even at home. No match for this Viking team. The teams exchanged field goals with the Lions now in the red zone. Bill Munson hands to Altie Taylor, who's been a monster for the Lions this entire Imperialism. He takes it in for a 14-yard touchdown. The home crowd certainly goes wild here. The Lions lead 10-3, but this Viking defense. Carl Eller causes the pressure, forces the quick throw. It's intercepted by linebacker Mike McGill, who was in the game for an injured Wally Hilgenberg. These guys are just getting pick sixes from linebackers off the bench. After an earlier field goal, that now gives Minnesota the lead. They have the ball at their own 5-yard line. Gary Cuozo back to pass, steps up, finds Gene Washington. He crosses midfield, gets to about the 40. What a play, 55 yards. A couple of plays later, Cuozo drifts back, finds his other wide receiver, that's John Henderson, for the touchdown. It was a fait accompli in a lot of ways here. This Viking defense is too good. Top to bottom, Carl Eller was the star of the show today. The Vikings win 23-10. The Broncos exchanged touchdowns with the Redskins in the first half and were tied at 14, but it fell apart after that. Here is just the ending of all that. That is intercepted by Pat Fisher. He runs it all the way back in for the touchdown. It was 41-14 before that interception. It is now 48-14. I wish for the Broncos' sake I could say that was it, but with a minute left, they're trying something again. Steve Ramsey just kind of chucks it, and it's intercepted by Brig Owens. Credit to Ramsey for trying to make that tackle. It didn't work out, and Brig Owens takes it down the sideline. This was it for the Broncos. Nothing else happened after this that resulted in points anyway. What an ugly game this turned out to be. It was close. It was 14-14, 20-14 at the half. Washington scored 35 points in the second half. Win the game 55-14. Washington opens up with a 3-and-out on defense and have now driven inside the 10. Handoff to Larry Brown. We have a measurement. It's short. It's going to be 4th down, 4th and inches. And the Redskins are going for it. A big play early on in this championship game. 4th and 1. Kilmer takes a snap. Hands it to Charlie Haraway. The defense is there, but Haraway gets the first. Very next play now, it's 1st and goal. Back to Haraway it goes. Splits the defense, gets in for the touchdown. And the championship game now has its first score. 7-0. Later on, it's 14-3. The Rams are now facing a 3rd and goal. Handoff to Jim Bertelston, and he's stuffed. And Washington's made a big habit of forcing field goals. The Rams have to kick the field goal here. He barely makes it. It's 14-6. Now here we are. It's 14-6 in the third quarter. The handoff goes to Larry Brown, and he is just on another level. The 1972 NFL MVP scores the touchdown here. It's 21-6. And now the Rams, it's their time. They need to get into the end zone. Roman Gabriel calls an audible. There's still plenty of time left. Drops back. Throws it to Jim Bertelston. And Bill Brunage forces the fumble. You can't run the ball against this Washington defense. You can't throw it against them. They will force fumbles. They are going to win this game 35-13. We're tied at 7 in the second quarter. The Dolphins are on the Vikings' 40-yard line. The offensive line holds up great. The deep pass to Marlon Briscoe. He gets it down to about the 1-yard line. Very next play, Mercury Morris gets it into the end zone. The Dolphins break the gridlock here. They lead 14-7. Later on in this second quarter, they're leading 17-7. The Vikings are now driving. They have time to get something done here. Tarkenton looks to get the ball to Carroll Dale, and it's intercepted. That is corner Charlie Babb getting in front of the play. The Dolphins are going to turn that into this 48-yard field goal attempt by Garo Yepremian. Buries it. 20-7 is our halftime score. Coming out of the second half, the Vikings got the ball, couldn't do anything. Greasy drops back from the 35. Again, the line holds up great. Marlon Briscoe again makes the catch. This time, he gets into the end zone. The Vikings are up against it now. 27-7. Here on the ensuing kickoff, Chuck Foreman back to receive. Looking to get the jump start here, but he's held up immediately. And then he fumbles. Nick Buonaconti forces it. The Vikings have fallen apart here. The Dolphins will pick that up, run it into the end zone. That's Manny Fernandez. It's only at this point the Vikings started to wake up a little bit. 34-7, they made it look a little closer by the end. 37-21 in a game very reminiscent of last season's Imperialism, one that the Dolphins were on the losing end of against Washington. The Vikings open the game with the ball. The Raiders immediately call an audible on defense. This is a play-action pass. Tarkenton rushes a throw to the fullback, and it's picked off. Nehemiah Wilson, what a way to start this game. So the Raiders come out now, first play on offense after the interception. They do a play action. Ken Stabler fires to Fred Biletnikoff, and just like that, the Raiders are going to jump out to a 7-0 lead, 36-yard touchdown. Later in the first half, we're actually in the second quarter now, it's 3rd and 13 from the 29. Stabler drops back, finds tight end Bob Moore, makes the catch, gets in for the touchdown. These early parts of the quarter are really helping the Raiders. It is 14-0. The Vikings are in a tough spot here. Let's see if they can do anything with this kickoff. Dave Osborne running it back, gets tied up, and the ball is out. That is Bubba Smith forcing that fumble. Turns into a field goal. 17-0 now. The Vikings need something here. Tarkenton throws the Jim Lash. He makes the catch and just gets away from the defense. A very important play before the half. 17-7 is the score. Now the Raiders aren't going to rest on their laurels. They're going to try to get something here. That's a quick toss to pass to Clarence Davis. And he is getting held up. He will not go down. He stayed too long. Wally Hilgenberg forces the fumble. The Vikings recover. And it's 17-7. They are going to get this field goal attempt. And it's good. So it's 17-10. That's the halftime score. The Vikings force a quick 3-and-out in the second half. Another play action. The pass to John Gilliam makes a tremendous play, streaking down the field before finally going down. And he went down. He is going to be injured. He's out for the game. John Holland will replace him. Ooh. Next play from the 26. Tarkenton drops back, takes off, uses his speed, and that's going to be the game-tying touchdown. The Vikings come from 17-0 to tie the game at 17. Can the Raiders respond? Second down, play action. The pass goes to Cliff Branch. That's going to be a touchdown. So the Raiders give up their lead and take it right back. What can the Vikings do about that? They're facing a 3rd and 10. Fran Tarkenton drops back, swings it to Chuck Foreman. Can he get the first down? We're going to measure for it. He's short. What will they do? They will go for it. 4th and inches. This is a huge play. The handoff will go to Dave Osborne, blown up in the backfield. Can the Raiders take full advantage of this? From the 16, the pass to Biletnikoff is a touchdown. Stabler's 4th of the game, Biletnikoff's 2nd. 31-17. It's going to take quite a comeback for the Vikings here, but they're capable. From the 50, 3rd and 4, another play action. The pass to Jim Lash, leaps up, makes the catch, picks up 29, 30 yards. They're still in this. Very next play, they're going to do another play action. It's working. The pass to Holland for the touchdown. In for the injured John Gilliam. Bodies the defender, gets the touchdown. They're going to kick an onside kick here. 31-24. The ball's bouncing around. The Raiders fall on it. That's Gene Upshaw. 2nd and 3. The Raiders may just want to run this clock out. No, it's play action again. The pass goes to Biletnikoff. He makes the catch. Unbelievable. Can the Raiders, maybe they want to score a touchdown here. It's 3rd and 9. And the Vikings break through the line. Jim Marshall picks up the sack. George Blanda coming out for a very important field goal attempt from 35 yards. It's perfect. 10-point lead. The Vikings have the tiniest bit of life left in them. They've taken it all the way down to the 6-yard line. Here comes the pressure. The pass to Holland is intercepted in the end zone. Raiders safety George Atkinson making the play. And that's it. What an exciting game that was. The Raiders will take it 34-24. On their first drive of the game, the Rams get down to the 33-yard line. Play action pass from James Harris to Ron Jesse's overthrown, intercepted by Paul Krause, able to return it back to around the 20, snuffing out that drive. The Vikings now take the ball, drive down past the 30. Fran Tarkenton scans the field, finds his tight end Stu Voigt, runs past the 10, down at the 6-yard line. Now it's second down. Tarkenton takes the snap. Here comes Jack Youngblood, gets the sack, forces the fumble. Who's going to land on this? It's going to be the Rams. So both teams have scoring opportunities, but these great defenses make stops. Vikings get the ball again. They're inside the 15. Tarkenton throws a perfect pass to Jim Lash. Catches it at the 2. Very next play, they're going to pitch it out to fullback Ed Marinero, and he drags his way into the end zone for the touchdown. What a tough run, and we've broken through on the scoreboard. Vikings lead 7-0. The Rams now have crossed midfield again. Very little time left in the second quarter. The pitch goes to Lawrence McCutcheon, picks up a lot of yards, gets the Rams into field goal range, but they're going to run a play. Jeff Simeon breaks through on the blitz to get the sack. Can the Rams get a playoff? 2-1. No, time expires. 7-0 at the half. Now in the second half, the Rams have the ball at the 36. Harris flips it to McCutcheon, breaks a tackle but can't quite get to the first down. They will try the field goal. Tom Dempsey does make it. Now it's 7-3. The Vikings deep in their own territory. Jack Youngblood comes in, gets another sack of Fran Tarkenton, and he will take him out of the game. Backup Bob Lee is going to come in. Now the Vikings were able to sustain this drive, and they've gotten past midfield. Lee in shotgun has all day, floats a perfect pass to John Gilliam. What a throw that was. Now it's second down. The pitch goes to Chuck Foreman, heading for the end zone. He hurdles his way in. What a run by Foreman. The extra point's going to make it 14-3. Do the Rams have enough offense against this Vikings defense to come back? They're again at the 31. Harris gets sacked. They're going to bring Dempsey out for a 58-yard field goal. He does hold the NFL record at this point in time. It's got just enough leg, but it's no good. And that is all she wrote. It's a low-scoring game. These were two great defenses, but the Vikings get the win 14-3. The game's opening drive, the Patriots take it into Vikings territory. Steve Grogan looking for Darryl Stingley. The defense was there, but Stingley makes a great catch. It is now first and goal. From the 5-yard line, Grogan drops back, looks for his other receiver, Randy Vajada, touchdown. And that's as good a start as you can ask for the Patriots, jumping out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings, you know they're going to have some kind of answer. Here it is, second down, they're in their own territory. The pitch goes to Chuck Foreman, and that is Bob Howard forcing that fumble, and the Patriots recover. Can they take advantage? They've now got the ball just inside the 10-yard line. From the shotgun, they hand it off to Sam Cunningham. He gets through the middle, and he dives short of the end zone, but he will score on the next play. And wouldn't you know it, the Patriots have jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Could this be their season? The Vikings now coming back in the second quarter. The handoff to Brent McClanahan, and he fumbles. That is rookie corner Mike Haynes, future Hall of Famer, but a rookie in 76. Unfortunately, the Patriots couldn't take advantage. It is now the third quarter. It's still 14-0. Vikings ball. The pass to Chuck Foreman. He's streaking toward the end zone, but they stop him. Here on first and goal now, the handoff to McClanahan. Stuck in the backfield, and he's stopped. Second down pass to Ahmad Rashad, incomplete. Third down, McClanahan stuffed. What a defensive stand by the Patriots. The Vikings have to settle for the short field goal. The Vikings have the ball again. It is now the fourth quarter. It's still 14-3. Fran Tarkenton on fourth down, forced into the incompletion. Can the Patriots put this away? From the 25-yard line, play action pass. Vahada, his second touchdown of the game. The Patriots have a commanding 18-point lead in the fourth quarter. They exchange touchdowns, and that's it. It's an upset, but it's not an upset. The 1976 Patriots are good. We've talked about this. And they host and defeat the reigning Imperialism champion Vikings 28-10. The Rams lead 3-0 in the first quarter and have the ball at the 5-yard line. Handoff goes to Lawrence McCutcheon. He drags his way into the end zone for the touchdown, and he has really come alive here late on. This is a 10-0 Ram lead now, 13-0 near the end of the first half. From back behind midfield, they hand off to McCutcheon again, and he is shot out of a cannon. They're going to try to catch him from behind, but he breaks the plane of the end zone, giving the Rams a 20-0 halftime lead. The Patriots are up against it, and it's going to be even worse now. From the 18, the handoff goes to McCutcheon, making some moves, getting around, gets in. 27-0. Los Angeles leads. Now the Patriots are going to try to fight back here. They get it down to the 3-yard line. We have a rollout by Steve Grogan, finds his running back Don Calhoun, while under immense pressure. If nothing else, they're now on the board. They went for 2 and didn't get it, so it's 27-6. Late in the third quarter, the Rams are looking to strike again. Play action to McCutcheon, that draws him in. The pass goes to Dwight Scales in for the injured Billy Waddy. Dives, extends past the line. 34-6. The game went back and forth from here. The Rams were never in danger, especially after jumping out to a big lead. 37-19 is our final score. On their opening drive, the Steelers take the ball down to the edge of the red zone. Terry Bradshaw looks left, finds John Stallworth, gets up and gets it, giving the Steelers an early 7-0 lead. That is 22 yards on the touchdown. The Steelers force a punt here from Ray Guy, Ron Johnson, to return it. He breaks a tackle, and he's stripped. The ball is loose. It's going to be picked up by the Raiders' offensive lineman Dave Dalby, and he runs it in for the game-tying touchdown. So the Raiders have done nothing yet, but they're tied at 7. From here, the Raiders turn into a comedy of errors. On this play from their own 20-yard line, L.C. Greenwood steamrolls Stabler for the fumble. Stabler throws this interception, and then he throws this interception into the end zone. Both interceptions made by Mike Wagner. Had a great game sticking to Cliff Branch at the safety position. The Steelers only able to make 3 points out of all that. They lead 10-7 in the third quarter. This handoff to Rocky Bleier, he breaks a tackle, drags another one into the end zone, and despite dominating this game, the Steelers just now take a 2-score lead, 17-7. Late, the Raiders have one last hope, maybe to try to do something in this game. They're backed up all the way at the 3-yard line. Ken Stabler sacked in the end zone by the one and only Mean Joe Green. That safety is the final score of the game. The Steelers, after having a couple of shootouts, finally display that awesome steel curtain defense in this game. They pitched a shutout on defense. Remember, the Raiders' only score came on special teams. 19-7 is our final, and the Steelers, 4-time Super Bowl champions in a 6-year period, still unprecedented in the NFL, now have an Imperialism championship to show for it. The Browns have controlled the entire first half and lead 7-0 as it comes to an end. Calvin Hill takes his handoff up the middle and scores another touchdown for Cleveland. That gives them a 14-0 halftime lead. The Saints pull a little bit back here. It's 14-6. The Browns have it at their own 22-yard line. The Saints bring the defense up. Cleveland calls an audible. Brian Sipes sends him out, throws the pass downfield to Ozzie Newsome by himself at the 50. He keeps going. He avoids the diving tackle. Can he get all the way in? They catch him, but it's too late. That is spectacular. A tight end, a Hall of Fame tight end, but a tight end making a 78-yard touchdown catch. New Orleans now has the ball at the goal line. Handoff to Muncie. He dives in for the touchdown. The Saints finally get into the end zone. They make it closer. It's 21-13. Cleveland can't count this win yet. They have the ball at the Saint 32. The pitch goes to Calvin Hill. Gets around end, and he breaks a tackle, and he fumbles. That ball is loose. The Saints are going to recover, and with 2 seconds left in the third quarter, have the ball. This will be their chance to get back in it. Archie Manning drops back, throws it to fullback Tony Galbraith, and he fumbles. Clarence Scott forces it, and Cleveland, before the fourth quarter, will get the ball back. Now they have it at the 44. The Saints again bring the defense forward, and again, Cleveland calls an audible, checking into a pass play. Brian Sipe throws it down to Dave Logan, makes the catch, and he is dead. They got him at the 1-yard line. Very next play, actually it's second down, Mike Pruitt will get into the end zone, give Cleveland a 28-13 lead. New Orleans really has to do a lot to get this comeback. Unfortunately, Chuck Muncie fumbles here. Tom Darden, the other safety, forces that fumble. Cleveland will score on the drive. They will win this game 35-13. It was close, but then not really. Cleveland did lead the entire way before pulling away at the end. Seattle's threatening here, having driven the ball down to Detroit's 37. Jim Zorn is facing immense pressure, gets it off, but overthrows it, intercepted by James Hunter, and he is getting away from everybody, and he's being pursued, but he's got enough speed that they can't catch him. An 85-yard interception return to open the scoring after a lackluster start by Detroit's offense. The defense steps up again, forces an immediate 3-and-out, drives the ball down inside the 40-yard line. The pitch goes to Billy Sims. Can he make another long touchdown run? He dodges that diving tackle attempt, spins away, scores the touchdown. The Lions have taken command of this game 14-0, and they would not relinquish that command. Our final score of this game, 38-0, an emphatic Detroit Lion victory. From the Dallas 34-yard line, the Eagles lead 14-7 in the second quarter. Wilbert Montgomery goes up the middle, evades everybody, and then outruns everybody for the touchdown. The Eagles lead 21-7. They ran the ball with impunity in this game. After an exchange of field goals, it's now 24-10. The Eagles have second and goal from the one that is Hubie Oliver up the middle. The Eagles now lead 31-10, and this game turned into a massacre. Nothing else to see here. 51-10. The Eagles beat the Cowboys after struggling to beat the lowly Patriots. They annihilate 1981's number one ranked team. The Cowboys waste no time driving down the field in the first quarter. From the 5-yard line, Danny White finds a covered Tony Hill, but he makes the catch anyway. And just like that, the Cowboys have jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Now in the second quarter, they've once again taken the ball down the field. From just inside the one, Ron Springs gets his way into the end zone. The Cowboys have had a great defense this whole run. 14-0 might be enough, but the Chargers are going to challenge them anyway. from the 39-yard line. They run Chuck Muncie up the middle. He breaks a tackle, spins away from another, gets it down to about the 16. It is now 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. The Cowboys back the defense up. The Chargers are going to throw anyway. It's a screen pass to James Brooks, makes a move and dives in for the touchdown. Muncie got hurt after that run. Brooks had to come in, and he scores a touchdown to make it 14-7. Can the Chargers defense hold the Cowboys? They've taken it to the 28-yard line. Danny White looks for Tony Hill, breaks free for the touchdown, 21-7. As we mentioned, the Cowboys defense is going to be too much for the Chargers. The final score of this game will be 28-7. Late in the first quarter, the Rams have taken it down to the Cowboy 21. Play action to Eric Dickerson. The pass goes to George Farmer. That's a touchdown. He breaks the seal on the scoreboard, giving the Rams a 7-0 lead. We're now going to move on to the second quarter. The Cowboys are facing goal to go again. This is 3rd and goal from the 1. Up the middle to Ron Springs, and he's able to break a tackle and score. So maybe they've broken their goal to go hex here. They have tied the game up 7 apiece. It is now the Rams' turn to try to respond. They're just past midfield, 3.5 to go in the first half. The handoff goes to Eric Dickerson. Cuts inside and gets about half the yards he needed for a touchdown. On the next play, they're going to give him the ball again, and he looks like he's going to get the second half of those yards. He does. Eric Dickerson, probably the greatest running back rookie season of all time, puts the Rams up 14-7. Dallas is going to try to respond. Less than a minute to go before the half. Tony Dorsett up the middle. He breaks a tackle, breaks another. Known more for his speed, but he's got the total game. They get inside the 10-yard line. That time is ticking, and they're going to settle for the field goal here. 28 yards from Raphael Septien. He makes it. 14-10. Rams lead. That's the halftime score. Now in the third quarter, they're going to hand it to Dickerson again, and he uses his speed again. Spins away. Gets it down to about the 25-yard line. He's having a monster game. For some reason, they passed on first down, so now it's second down, and they're just going to give it to Dickerson. He gets stuck in the backfield, but then he breaks out. He almost scored, taken down at the inches line. It's now 3rd and 4. They've got Mike Gooman in the backfield. They hand it to him, and he will score. That's an interesting play call. It works. The Rams extend their lead to 21-10. Do the Cowboys have another comeback in them? It's 3rd and goal from the 1. Inside the 1. Springs is held up. Can he break the tackle? He's down. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Is the hex truly broken? Dorsett stuffed for a big loss. So now the Rams have a chance to salt this away. Little time left in the third. Ferragamo will throw to Dickerson, whatever it takes to get the ball in his hands. Extends past midfield and taken down inside the 40-yard line. This again is their chance to put this away. Vince Ferragamo, quarterback, play action. Randy White doesn't fall for it, gets the strip sack, picks it up, and runs it back to about the 30-yard line. Dallas has now taken it inside the 5. It's not goal to go. Maybe that's why Ron Springs is able to break through for the touchdown. What a turn of events. The Rams had every chance to put this away. They couldn't do it. It's 21-17. Still 3.5 minutes to go, and the Cowboys are going to onside kick it. That may have taken the Rams by surprise, and they recover. 2nd and 3 now. 3:14 to go. The pitch to Dorsett. Around the right end. He is untouched. Breaks in past the 20. They get him down at about the 11-yard line. What a finish this is setting up for. Very next play, the Rams bring their defense up. Look like they want to attack. Danny White calls an audible. Gets the pass off to Tony Hill for the touchdown. A lot of pressure in his face, but it didn't faze him. And now the Cowboys have taken the lead 24-21. They will kick it away this time. Preston Denard waiting to receive. It's a shorter kick at the 16-yard line. Gets around to the left side, uses his speed, and it's going to be a foot race to the end zone here. They're going to catch him. A great return there. It is now 3rd down. They weren't able to do anything with it. And this pass to Eric Dickerson was badly thrown, so they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Their rookie kicker, 49-yard attempt is true. Chuck Nelson makes the field goal. Now Dallas with a tie game, under 2 minutes to go. Danny White throws it to Doug Cosby, and that ball is loose. Jim Collins forces the fumble, and the Rams recover, and they're going to be in field goal range. Might they try to go for the kill shot, though? From the 28, play action. Everyone bites. The pass to Preston Denard, and the fourth quarter hero of the Rams gives them a 31-24 lead. There's still time left on the clock. Drew Pearson returning this kick. He's getting some moves in. He's past midfield. He keeps going. Can they catch him? Yes, at the 31. The Cowboys will have 29 seconds to tie this game. Danny White's going to try to take off. That worked against Pittsburgh. It doesn't here. 20 seconds to go. It's 2nd down, as if that matters. White throws it to Dorsett. Can he break away? He's got a 1st down, but he's taken down. 5 seconds to go. Can they get this play call in? 3, 2, and they've got it in. This is the game right here from the 16-yard line. They're going to pitch to Dorsett. He's got the edge, but they catch him from behind, and that is it. The Rams fend off the Cowboy comeback, make a comeback of their own, and win an absolute thriller, 31-24. The 49ers bring a 7-0 lead into the second quarter. The Patriots back up their defense on the goal line, and Roger Craig's just going to run it right up the middle for the score. The Niners lead 14-0. New England needs to get something going to have a chance here. They're backed up 3rd and 11 on their own 26-yard line. Tony Eason fires a pass into triple coverage, and Dwight Hicks makes the interception, his 2nd of the game. The Niners get the ball down to the 5-yard line. This is going to be a sweep to Wendell Tyler, and he just breaks the plane to the goal line. The 49ers have jumped out to a 21-0 lead, and from this moment on, it was an absolute bloodbath. 55-0. Final score, 49ers win. The 49ers are moving the ball on their opening drive, approaching midfield. Joe Montana is going to force a pass to Wendell Tyler. It's intercepted by Gary Fensick, and he is off to the races. The Bears offense has yet to touch the ball, and they're going to go ahead and take a 7-0 lead. Gary Fensick played the pass perfectly, ran it back 57 yards. Now in Super Bowl 20, Walter Payton famously did not get to score a touchdown in that game. Well, here in the Imperialism Championship game, he scores that touchdown. He's going to score this touchdown. We're still in the first quarter, and the Bears have jumped out to a 21-0 lead. Field goals the rest of the way. The Bears pitched a shutout against the 49ers, 30-0. The Seahawks will once again look to strike first. They're on their own side of the field. Dave Craig looks like he's going to run. Instead, he fires at the Steve Largent. Not as fast as he used to be, but he's getting out to about the 11-yard line. Seattle on the very next play now. The handoff will go. Well, it's a play action again. Flipping it to John L. Williams for the touchdown. The Seahawks have certainly mastered that play action. They've gotten me on it a couple of times. They lead 7-0. The Jets now, from their own 27-yard line, Ken O'Brien at quarterback. That's a play action. He's going to fire deep to Al Toon, who makes the catch, escapes the defender, and picks up massive amounts of yardage there. That is 51 yards. Very next play, still in the first quarter here. Johnny Hector goes up the middle, some excellent blocking. He's able to do the rest. And if Seattle thought they were going to take complete control of this game early, they were wrong. The Jets strike back with that touchdown. They will add a field goal. They now have a 10-7 lead in the second quarter. From the 19, Dave Craig, behind center, pitches it to Kurt Warner. Uses his speed around the edge and gets down to about the 2-yard line. That was 16 yards. John L. Williams will close the touchdown out, his second of the game. The Seahawks have retaken the lead, 14-10. That's our halftime score. We're now in the third quarter. From the inch line, this handoff will go to John L. Williams, and he gets his third touchdown of the game. The Seahawks go up 21-10, and from here the floodgates open up. It's 35-10 on this kickoff, which is fumbled. Dave Brown will force the fumble. Hall of Famer Kenny Easley picks it up, runs it back into the touchdown, punctuating a 28-point third quarter for the Seahawks. 42-10. The Jets scrounge some points together in the fourth quarter. Not enough. Seahawks win this game 42-25. The 49ers get the ball first, sending some guys in motion. Montana drops back, is steamrolled by Chris Dolman. This ball is picked up by Keith Millard. They can't get him down, and the Vikings on defense have jumped out to a 7-0 lead. From here, we're going to join in on the Anthony Carter show. This is Anthony Carter making all kinds of catches against the 49er defense for all kinds of yards. Just like the 87 playoff game. That's a touchdown, by the way. They have nothing to stop him with. This pass goes to Carter. He breaks behind the defense. They can't catch him. A 60-yard touchdown pass. We're still in the first half. The Vikings lead 21-0. There's still some time left in the half, but the Niners are backed up pretty far. They're going to run the ball to Roger Craig. He gets around right end, picks up a first down, gets a lot more, dragging, breaking tackles. This is an incredible run by Craig, giving the Niners a chance. That was 54 yards. Next play, Montana drops back. Jerry Rice has about a quarter step on a defender, and that's all he needs. What a catch in the end zone. What an important play for the Niners. They've cut it down to 21-7. In the second half now, the Niners have 3rd and 11, backed up at their 6-yard line. Montana's going to look for Rice again. He makes a leaping catch on the so-so throw, and he picks up a lot of yards after the catch. The Niners are threatening here. They've gotten it down to the 7. It's 3rd and 3. They're going to try Craig, but the Vikings defense is up for it. Field goal makes it 21-10. From the 44 of the Niners, Wade Wilson steps up, throws to Alfred Anderson. Now he's picking up a lot of yards after the catch. Gets it inside the 10. That leads to a field goal. 24-10. The Niners only have 1:45 to go. 3rd down. Montana's going to look for Mike Wilson in the end zone. It's incomplete. 4th and the season here. 4th and 5. Montana looks for tight end John Frank. It's close. Here comes the measurement. It's short. And the Vikings, as they did to the 49ers in the playoffs in 1987, win by a final score of 24-10. New England stops the Niners on their first drive. They now have the ball 2nd and 11. The 49ers break through the line. Kevin Fagan with the strip sack. Ball is loose. Jeff Fuller's going to pick it up and run it in. Not a good start for the Patriots, to say the least. 49ers lead this game 7-0, but the Patriots show they're not going away quietly. They've driven it down, 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Flutie looks for Bob Perryman, makes the catch but can't get out of the backfield. Teddy Garcia is going to line up for this 27-yard field goal. It's good. The Patriots close the lead down to 7-3. The 49ers now trying to get something going in the second quarter. 1:50 to go. Lots of movement on offense and defense. This pass goes to Jerry Rice. He makes the catch. He runs it down to about the 20-yard line. The 49ers are in business here. They're 3rd and 12 now. Montana drops back. Rice is covered. Looks for Ron Heller. Terrible throw. Could have been picked. Got lucky. Here comes the field goal unit. And Montana stands up. Throws it to Rice. Incomplete. And the Niners come away empty-handed. We now move to the 3rd quarter. The Niners still 7-3. Just behind midfield, Montana steps up in the pocket, hits Roger Craig. He is making plays. As a receiver, he gets it down to the 6-yard line. Niners have to settle for a field goal. The Patriots, 3rd and 15, 4th quarter. Doug Flutie, he's going to look for Irving Fryer. Makes the catch, but Tim McKyer will jar the ball loose. The Niners will pick it up. The Patriots now need their defense more than ever. 3rd and 10, this would be a great time to make a stop. Montana, he's going to look for John Taylor. No stranger to making touchdown catches in 1988 championship games. The Niners extend out to a 17-3 lead. The defense hold on. The Patriots fall apart from this point forward. The Niners use a 24-point 4th quarter to win this game 31-3. After a good kickoff return, the 49ers have driven the ball to the Bengal 44-yard line. Roger Craig up the middle, gets away from one and is able to get away from everybody else. They're going to catch up to him but not get him down. No first half problems for the Niners in this one. They jump out to an immediate 7-0 lead. We all know the Bengals can come back. They've got the ball at their own 48-yard line. Boomer Esiason on the short pattern to Tim McGee. He's able to pick up a lot of yards after the catch, getting the Bengals downfield into 49er territory. Now it's 3rd and 1. They need this yard, and they're going to throw on the play action, and it's going to go to Tim McGee. He makes the catch for the touchdown. Bang, bang. This game is now tied up at 7 apiece. The Niners don't get such good field position on the next drive. They are facing 3rd and 6 at their own 16. Play action. Montana caught in the rollout. Corner Eric Thomas with the sack. The Niners are going to be forced to punt from the end zone. This is a direct snap to Roger Craig. He fires to Rice. Anybody can throw the ball to Jerry Rice. 1st down. Unbelievable. 2nd and 10 now. The Niners drive continues. Montana is steamrolled by Joe Kelly. The ball is loose, and that is Tim Crumry, of all people, picking it up. Crumry broke his leg in the Super Bowl against the Niners, didn't get to play that game. What a redemption for him, scoring this touchdown. 14-7 Bengals. The Niners, though, coming right back. We're in the 2nd quarter now. Montana looking for Rice, makes the catch. Keeps on running, gets past the 30 to the 25-yard line, terrorizing the Bengals as he does. 2 plays later, 3rd and 5 from the 20. Roger Craig goes up the middle. He is untouched for the touchdown. Craig has scored the 49ers' last 5 offensive touchdowns. This game already is a riot. It's tied at 14. The Bengals right at midfield. Esiason. He's going to look for Rodney Holman. What a perfectly placed pass. That picks up 23 yards for the tight end. Now we're at the 12-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Play action. McGee, of course. What a play. It seems to be unstoppable. The Bengals lead 21-14, but there's still time on the clock, and the 49ers still employ Jerry Rice. A minute to go from the 35. The pass to Rice. He gets away, picks up yards after the catch, gets them down into field goal range. They're going to have to settle for that field goal here. This is Mike Kofer from 43 yards. It's going to get in. 21-17 at halftime. We now are in the second half. It's 3rd and 18 for the Niners. Montana drops back, throws to Rice, gets away from 2 defenders. Bengals fans are going to have nightmares of this guy. The Niners have 3rd and 1 now. They're going to try Craig, but the Bengals are smart to it. That's going to be another field goal attempt. This Bengals defense is holding teams to field goals. Kofor barely gets it in. 21-20. Ooh, I'm out of breath. The Niners have 3rd and 10 from the 42, their own 42. Montana to Rice. He goes up and gets it. These aren't replays, folks. Rice is doing this over and over and over again. The Niners now face 3rd and 18 at the beginning of the 4th quarter. They're going to try to get some of these yards back to Roger Craig, and they do. That's going to set up another field goal. The Bengals will bend but not break. Mike Kofor from 36 yards is going to bury this one. 23-21, the Niners have retaken the lead. Here come the Bengals, 3rd and 9 from the 44. Play action, but not to McGee this time, to Brooks. And he makes a great cutback, gets it down inside the 10-yard line. James Brooks stepping up in a huge way. 2 plays later, they're going to pitch it to Brooks. He's facing some opposition, but he gets away, and the Bengals now have the lead. 2:34 to go. 28-23. But here come the Niners. They recognize this scenario from Super Bowl 23. Montana steps back. He's going to start the drive with a pass to John Taylor. Makes it at the 42-yard line. 1st down. Oh my goodness, Montana. He's going to look for Craig. He overthrows. That could have been dangerous. 2nd down. Play action. Montana's going to look for Rice, but the help comes through to knock it away. 3rd down. Montana to Rice again. Incomplete. It's 4th down. This could be it. Roger Craig is going to take the handoff up the middle. He doesn't get it. The Bengals now have to run out this clock. Here comes James Brooks. A 1st down will end it. Ronnie Lott will force the fumble. This is insane. The Niners will finally recover with 39 seconds left. Bengals fans know what that time on the clock means. From the 43, Montana on the play action will dump it to Rathman. Very minimal gain. 25 seconds to go. Montana is going to hand it to Rathman. I guess they want to pick up some yards, and they do. And he goes down with 8 seconds left. This is it. This is it from the 22-yard line. What will the Niners do? They're going to run it to Rathman. I don't believe the call, but he breaks a tackle. He gets to the 5, and they get him down. Wow, what a game that was. The Bengals are going to get it over the 49ers, 28-23. What madness is this? The Saints are forced to rely on Morton Anderson early on again. This is a 32-yard field goal attempt, and he misses. That's potentially a bad omen. On the next drive, the Raiders on their own 40-yard line. Play action. Jay Schrader fires deep to Mervin Fernandez. Great throw, but Fernandez picks up a lot of extra yards. It's a 45-yard play. The Raiders are now at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. The handoff will go to Marcus Allen, and he gets in. First touchdown of the game, first points of the game. The Raiders take a 7-0 lead. Later into the first quarter, the Saints have it at their own 45. Steve Walsh looking for his tight end, Hobie Brenner. That's intercepted by Terry McDaniel. The Raiders turn that into a field goal. 10-0 is the score. LA has the ball. Their own 33-yard line. Schrader rolls out. Throws to Fernandez. Perfect throw. He cuts on a dime and picks up a lot more yards. Schrader to Fernandez working brilliantly. With little time left in the half, the Raiders will settle for the field goal. It's good. They go into the half leading 13-0. The Raiders have it deep in Saint territory again. The Saints defense has tried to stop them. The Raiders stuffed on 1st and 2nd down, calling audible. Schrader's this time going to throw it to Marcus Allen for the touchdown. The Raiders have punched away, taken a 20-0 lead. The Saints offense just couldn't get anything going in what is the first and only shutout in this season's Imperialism. The Raiders save it for the title game and beat the Saints 34-0. The Chiefs on their opening possession, once again with the threat of their running game, use the deep pass. This is Steve DeBerg to Rob Thomas. He's going to get it down to the 22, 23-yard line. It is now 3rd and goal from the 10. DeBerg drops back. He's going to look for Barry Word. He makes the catch, but he's short. That's going to bring Nick Lowry out. The Chiefs draw first blood. It's 3-0. The Redskins now in the second quarter have 3rd down from the 9-yard line. Mark Rippon tries to sneak it in. That doesn't work. Chip Lohmiller will kick a field goal. We're tied at 3. A defensive battle heading into halftime. 1:07 to go. The Chiefs drop back the pass. Fred Stokes breaks through the line and gets the sack. That'll give the Redskins the ball back. They have it at the Chief 43, under a minute to go. Play action. Mark Rippon looks deep to Art Monk. He'll make the catch, pick up some extra yardage. They're in field goal range, but they're going to take their shot at the end zone here. From the 11-yard line, Rippon will look for Gary Clark, stops and makes the catch. That'll give Washington the first touchdown of this game. That'll put them up by a score of 9-3, and it's going to stay 9-3 because the subsequent extra point was blocked. The Chiefs in the second half wake up their passing attack. That one goes to Rob Thomas. This one here is going to go to Barry Word. And after a run by Word, this pass is going to go to Rob Thomas for the touchdown. The first touchdown Washington's given up at home in this Imperialism. Extra points good. The Chiefs lead 10-9, but Washington, they're not going to sit back and take it. 3rd and 4 from the Chief 12-yard line. They pressure, but it's picked up. The pass goes to Ricky Sanders for the first down. Great play by the Redskins O-line there. 2nd and goal from the 9. The pitch will go to Ernest Biner. Evasive around everybody. He scores. Washington takes back the lead 16-10. It's now on the Chiefs to try to make a comeback. From their own 35, the third quarter ticking away. DeBerg is going to try to force a pass to Christian Okoye. Brad Edwards, having a huge game, makes that interception. Changing sides now in the fourth quarter. From the 29-yard line. Play action. We've seen this play before. Art Monk makes the catch. Touchdown. Washington gives itself its first 2-score lead of this game, 23-10. The Chiefs are in desperate straits here. 4th and 15 in the fourth quarter. DeBerg once again is going to try to dump it off to his tailbacks. That doesn't work. The Redskins clamp it down. They win this game. They win the championship, 23-10. Buffalo has the ball first as they near midfield. Jim Kelly will drop back to pass. He's going to look for Andre Reed. He'll make the catch and coverage goes down at the 30-yard line. They've taken it now down to the 8-yard line. Jim Kelly will drop back again. He's going to look again for Andre Reed. No amount of coverage is going to stop him on this one. The Bills, as the Chargers did, will score first, but the extra point was blocked. Buffalo leads 6-0. Kansas City will drive it down to the 16 of the Chiefs. Barry Word takes it around, stays in bounds. They've got a hold of him, but he won't go down. Time expires. He gets away, breaks a tackle, drags him in. What a run by Barry Word. Tell me he doesn't want this. The Chiefs will take a 7-6 lead. Buffalo, though, in the second quarter, from the Chief 23. In the shotgun, the pass to Andre Reed makes the diving catch at the 8-yard line. It is now 2nd and goal from the 7. Kelly, play action. He's going to go to Reed again. The Chiefs are going to have to find a way to stop him. He scores, giving Buffalo a 13-7 halftime lead. We now enter the second half. The Chiefs have 3rd and 14. Receivers run deep routes. Running backs clear the path. Jonathan Hayes stays in the middle. He will drag his way to a first down. The Chiefs are making the hustle plays for sure. 2nd down from the 45. Craig is going to look deep to Willie Davis in stride. Touchdown, Kansas City. Wow, what a play there. They will kick the extra point, take a 14-13 lead. Now Buffalo has it 3rd and 4. Thurman Thomas gets swallowed. The Chiefs get the ball back. From the 42-yard line, Craig goes to J.J. Vernon, makes a diving catch. Kansas City has a good chance to really extend the lead from the 10-yard line. Craig will drop back. He is going to look for J.J. Vernon. He makes the catch. That play the Chiefs made on defense to swallow Thurman Thomas was indicative of what they did the rest of the half. Buffalo could go nowhere. The Chiefs add one more. They win this game 28-13. Late in the first quarter, the Bills on their own 34-yard line. This is play action up the middle to Thurman Thomas. The Broncos defense loses sight of him. He makes the catch down the field, gets about 40 yards of yak, and on that incredible 66-yard touchdown, the Bills have opened the scoring in this game. Their defense gets them the ball back very quickly with 2 Bruce Smith sacks. They have it at their own 43-yard line. After some motion, Jim Kelly is going to look downfield, gets rid of the pass to Bill Brooks. He gets it down to inside the 15-yard line, a 45-yard gain. Very next play, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Kelly drops back, dumps it off to Thurman Thomas. He does the rest. That's Thomas's 2nd touchdown reception of the game. The Bills extend to 14-0. Denver does pull back a field goal. It is now 14-3 in the 3rd quarter. From the 29, play action to Thomas. They cover him this time. Kelly goes to Don Beebe, makes an incredible diving catch, stays in bounds, gets the touchdown. The Buffalo Bills offense exploded all over this game. They go on to win it 31-10. The Dolphins are unfazed being on the road. They quickly drive down to the Niner 24. Dan Marino looks for Irving Fryer, makes the catch, gets away. Many defenders there, but no one can get him. Fryer gets the Dolphins on the board. They lead 7-0. Later on, this punt return by Dexter Carter. He gets it past the 45. He fumbles the ball. It's loose for a little while, but the Dolphins pick it up. That's Keith Byers. He doesn't have the greatest amount of speed, but he's got enough to get away. And the Dolphins are all over the 49ers here, 14-0. They've been making some comebacks. Can they make this one? With this offense, you wouldn't bet against them. They've got it down to the 3-yard line in the 2nd quarter. Steve Young will roll out and dive into the end zone to get the Niners on the scoreboard, cutting the lead in half to 14-7. We're still in the 2nd quarter. The Dolphins backed up at the 13-yard line. Marino is looking downfield toward Keith Jackson. He'll make the catch, break the tackle, and get a bunch of yards, getting into 49er territory at around the 42-yard line. Miami's moving it again from the 42. This is play action. Looking for Mark Ingram. That's Deion Sanders swooping in to make the pick. Jumps over one tackle, hurdles over another. No one's going to catch Deion. What a play to get in front of the receiver. Makes the interception, runs it back. And it was the offense and the defense getting the Niners back in the game. It's 14 apiece. Now, don't tell Miami they're out of this. They've driven it down to the 34-yard line. The Niners mix it up on defense. Marino's going to look downfield for Irving Fryer. He will get under that ball, make the catch, his 2nd touchdown catch of the game. The Dolphins reestablish the lead at 21-14. Still time remaining in the first half. The Niners back at their own 48-yard line. Steve Young looks for Jerry Rice. He's got a couple of steps on everybody. He avoids a couple tackles, and he will take it to the house. 52-yard touchdown with 1:12 to go in the half. We're tied at 21. With time remaining, the Dolphins are going to try to get into scoring range themselves. Marino is taken down here by Dana Stubblefield. big sack, knocking the Dolphins back, but also taking Marino out of the game. Bernie Kosar's his backup. He's capable, but he's not Marino. We move on now to the second half, still tied at 21. From the Dolphin 45, Steve Young will look for Brent Jones in the middle of the field. He picks up a lot of yards after the catch, gets it down inside the 20. The Niners settle for a field goal. They lead 24-21. Now the Kosar-led offense from their own 30-yard line. He still wants to look for Irving Fryer. He throws it deep. Fryer goes up and gets it. Picks up a lot of yardage here. This is about a 56-yard completion. 57 yards officially. A chance for Miami now to tie or take the lead. Kosar tries to force it to Mark Ingram. This is intercepted by Merton Hanks, and he's going to take off. If they don't get him, this is going to be 93 yards. It looks like they can't do it. A second pick six by a different player from a different quarterback. Merton Hanks gives the 49ers a 31-21 lead. At this point, the Dolphins could not come back. The Niners tack on 10 more, and after falling behind at the end of the first quarter, 14-0, they go on a 41-7 run, winning this game 41-21. On their opening drive, the 49ers have taken it down to the 42-yard line. Steve Young looks downfield for who else? This is for Jerry Rice. He'll make a diving catch, takes it down to the 2-yard line. That makes it 1st and goal. On 2nd and goal, William Floyd plunges in for the touchdown, giving the Niners a quick 7-0 lead. Buffalo's shown its ability to respond, though, and Derek Holmes is going to take this next kickoff at the 25-yard line, break a tackle, put on some moves, and he's going to take this deep into 49er territory where he fumbles. Marquez Pope jars it loose. The 49ers recover, picking up a few yards down the sideline, continuing to break tackles, going down the sideline, still breaking another tackle. Unbelievable the way this play has turned out. Gary Plummer scoops up the fumble after the long kickoff return and runs it all the way back for the Niners. It is now 14-0. Buffalo maybe feeling desperate already as the first quarter is about to wind down. Play action, Jim Kelly throws short to Bill Brooks. He's able to get some moves on, gets it to the 9-yard line. Switching directions now, second quarter. This handoff here is going to be going to Thurman Thomas. Cuts in, and gets in. Buffalo got the response they needed. It is now 14-7. Now this game started getting defensive. We take this score into the third quarter. 14-7 still. Niners, Steve Young looks for John Taylor, who makes a ridiculous catch, spins away as he makes it, picks up some big yards. Very next play. From the Buffalo 35. Young looked left, now he looks right to Jerry Rice. Rice picks up some yards, gets it down inside the 15. Very next play. First he went left, then he went right. This time Steve Young's going to go up the seam. A perfect pass to tight end Brent Jones. The Niners reassert their control over this game. It is 21-7. Buffalo needs to get back into this. The Niners bring the defense up. The Bills call an audible. This is going to be a run. No, it's a play action. That will leave Russell Copeland open. Maybe a better pass becomes a touchdown, but the Bills get it down inside the 20-yard line. It is now 3rd and 7. 2:09 to go in the quarter. Play action again. This pass to Justin Armour goes out of bounds. The Bills are forced to settle for the field goal. From 34 yards away, Steve Christie puts it up and in, cutting the lead to 21-10. Buffalo now have the ball in the fourth quarter. Niners 30-yard line. Jim Kelly throws it to Justin Armour, picks up the first down, but Gary Plummer, who scored the touchdown earlier, forces this fumble. The Bills never could get back into this. The 49ers take the game, take the championship, 21-10. The Cowboys have it first, setting up shop at their own 31-yard line. Troy Aikman will drop back to pass, and it's immediately intercepted by Doug Evans on the screen attempt to Emmitt Smith. What a horrible beginning for Dallas. They're going to hold Green Bay to a field goal attempt from 42 yards. Chris Jackie lines it up, and he will miss. Okay, that gives Dallas some life. They take immediate advantage, driving the ball down to the Packer 25. Aikman will drop back to pass. This time he's going to look for Michael Irvin, makes the catch at the 10, runs it in the rest of the way. Dallas will strike first, going up 7-0 in the first quarter. The Packers cannot do anything with the ball, and the Cowboys get it back. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to pitch to Emmitt Smith. He gets around the edge, and he's going to pick up the first down and a bit more. The Cowboys will continue this drive from the 24-yard line. We're now in the second quarter. 3rd and 8. Aikman, he's going to look for Deion Sanders, but the Packers knock it away. That leads to Chris Bonial's field goal, and the Cowboys have taken a 10-0 lead. Green Bay needs to get this offense into gear. They've leaned on the run game to get it down to the 13, but now Brett Favre will throw to Antonio Freeman. Gets into the end zone. The Packers offense is finally on the board. It is now 10-7. With time left in the first half, Dallas is going to look to extend their lead. 3rd and 9 from the 39. Aikman, he's going to try it to Emmitt Smith again, and again it's intercepted by Eugene Robinson, and again he's going to take off with it, picking up some blocks, and he is gone. His second straight game with a pick six. This is going to give the Packers a 14-10 lead, a lead that they're going to carry into the second half. Dallas must now respond. They have 2nd and 3 from the 45. Direct snap goes to Emmitt Smith. He is swallowed whole, and even worse, he is injured and out of this game. We saw how that affected the Cowboys last season. Herschel Walker will take his place. They turn the ball over. The Packers have it 3rd and 15. They're going to run Edgar Bennett. They have been very reliant on the run game. Didn't come through that time. Chris Jackie's field goal will make this, he barely made it there, a 17-10 lead. What can Dallas do without Emmitt Smith? It's 2nd and 3. Troy Aikman, he's going to try to throw it to Herschel Walker. Stop throwing it to the running backs. It's intercepted by Craig Newsome. The 3rd pick by Aikman. And now the Packers will look to take advantage in the 4th quarter. From the 24, Favre lofts a perfect pass to Keith Jackson, gets it down inside the 1. This is where they can now turn to the running game. Edgar Bennett will score. The Packers have now taken a 2-possession lead. It is 24-10. Dallas is in desperate mode now, and they are facing a 4th and 17. Aikman will drop back. Looks for Irvin. They're going to have him try to run for it, but he's going to be just short. The Packers are able to turn that into this Chris Jackie field goal for a 27-10 lead. They add one more field goal before all is said and done. And after trailing 10-0, the Packers come back, storm back, and win this game 30-10. The Broncos quickly move the ball down to the Packer 35-yard line. The rush comes, but Elway will get it off. Rod Smith makes the catch and is taken down at the 2-yard line. He will get his flowers on the next play. Elway finds Smith in the back of the end zone to give the Broncos a quick 7-0 lead. The defense steps up and gets the ball right back for them. They are on their own 40-yard line. Elway will drop back, holds it, throws deep to Rod Smith, makes the catch. This is going to be a race to the end zone, and Smith has done it again. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, over 100 receiving yards in the first quarter. It's 14-0. Green Bay, though, looking for the response. 32-yard line, Brett Favre will throw this ball to Antonio Freeman. As time expires in the first quarter, he will get away and get into the end zone, giving the Packers a chance to not get blown out early. It's 14-7 Denver. Green Bay gets it back, but they're forced to punt. The Broncos are coming after it. They don't block it, but it forces a short punt. Darian Gordon receives it at the 35, and he's going to run it back for a touchdown. The Super Bowl has never seen a punt return touchdown, but the Imperialism title game now has. 21-7 Denver. They are now on defense. They bring everybody forward. Brett Favre's going to check into a pass play from just inside the 20. He's going to find Mark Chmura open. He picks up the first down, but John Mobley's going to force the ball loose, and the Broncos recover and advance it back to about the 21. Denver drives it to the Packer 43-yard line. A minute to go. Terrell Davis stopped at the line, but he breaks free and takes off. The Packers are giving chase. They're going to get him, but he gets into the end zone first. And the Broncos totally turned this game around. It was about to be 21-14. Instead, it's 28-7. Green Bay in the second half, desperate here for a touchdown. From the 8-yard line, Favre looks for Freeman. He will make the catch, his second touchdown of the game. The Packers missed the extra point, so it remains 28-13. Now here comes Denver. They're in Green Bay territory. John Elway's been stuck on Rod Smith all day. He throws it to him, but it's overthrown and intercepted by Eugene Robinson. He goes down at the 14-yard line. Can Green Bay do something with it? They have the ball there. First play after the pick. Favre, he's been looking for Antonio Freeman all day. Finds him again. Freeman makes the catch. Picks up big yardage. Gets away again, and this is going to be an 86-yard touchdown. The third touchdown for Freeman on the game, and the Packers are going to make up for that extra point by getting this 2-point conversion. It's 28-21. The Broncos, though, from the 38-yard line, John Elway, he's going to look again for Rod Smith. He'll make the catch, gets away, and it's his third touchdown of the game. The Broncos are going to miss their extra point, though, so it's 34-21. Green Bay, 2:25 left to go in the game. It's 3rd and 14. Can they make something happen here? I wonder who Brett Favre might be throwing this to. It's overthrown, but Freeman makes the diving catch to keep the drive alive. On second down now, from just inside the 11, Dorsey Levens takes the handoff. He escapes a couple tacklers and will score this touchdown. The Packer comeback is almost complete. 34-28. They're going to need this onside kick. Ryan Longwell will lay it down, but Shannon Sharp is going to cover that ball up. The Broncos will kick a field goal, and they will escape with a 37-28 victory. The Broncos will start the game with the ball and looking to establish their offense from the jump. John Elway throws a deep crosser to Rod Smith. He makes the catch between defenders and is able to take off for some extra yardage. This will now set the Broncos up at the 20-yard line. John Elway will drop back, and he's going to be looking again for Rod Smith. Touchdown, Denver. Smith's having an amazing Imperialism. The Broncos jump out to a 7-0 lead. The gauntlet has been laid down for Buffalo. Can they respond? They're at midfield, facing a 2nd and 7. This delayed handoff goes to Thurman Thomas. He goes up the middle and gets away from so many people. A younger Thurman Thomas probably scores this touchdown. Instead, he gets down to the 7-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal from the 2. Doug Flutie looks for Andre Reed, gets his feet down, scores the touchdown. Buffalo does indeed respond, tying this game up at 7 apiece. Denver will now look to respond themselves, but they're being forced into a punt from just behind midfield. It's a fake punt, though. Terrell Davis is going to pick up some big yardage. Unbelievable play call. Gutsy by the Broncos. 28 yards. Will they be able to take advantage? They're at the 25-yard line. The pass is going to go to Rod Smith. A diving touchdown catch. Smith does it again. The Broncos now lead this game 14-7, and their defense has gotten them the ball back. They're backed up at 3rd and 10, though, their own 40-yard line. They're going to give to Terrell Davis, and he's going to get the first down and a lot more. 20-plus yards on the game finally goes down. They've now moved it up to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs bring the defense all the way up. Davis is able to beat that wave of tacklers, get to the sideline, and punch his way into the end zone. The Broncos extend their lead to 21-7. The Bills will need to respond here before the half expires. They do have time. They're in Buffalo territory at the 35. Flutie is going to get rid of this ball to Andre Reed. He's going to skate down to the 1-yard line, and the Bills are unable to get this into the end zone, having to settle for the chip shot field goal. They do make it, and they're going to cut the lead to 21-10 going into the half. Buffalo will get the ball first in the second half. They're at their own 40-yard line. Doug Flutie, he's going to look for Andre Reed. He gets downfield, makes another great play close to the 20-yard line. Buffalo now have a first down from the 24. Flutie will give it to Thurman Thomas. He's going to close in on the 10-yard line, but that ball is loose. Darian Gordon will force the fumble. Denver will recover, and this is going to give the Broncos a chance to put this game away. 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. Elway's going to look for Rod Smith. He overthrows him, and Ken Irvin will make the interception, giving Buffalo new life. On 3rd and 9 here, from just outside the 20-yard line, they're going to try Thurman Thomas on the run, and that's not going to pick up the yardage they need. They're going to settle for another field goal. That does cut the lead down 21-13, a one-possession game, and Buffalo has that possession now. They're at their own 39-yard line. Play action. Flutie's going to look deep to Andre Reed. He goes up and gets it, and once again, a long reception for Reed. The Bills cannot be settling for a field goal here. It's 3rd and 11. Play action. Flutie's going to go to the end zone. A perfectly placed pass. Andre Reed, who else, gets the touchdown. With time still left in the game, the Bills are just going to kick the extra point. So it's 21-20. Denver now has it 3rd and 5. Got to get this offense into gear. They're going to give it to Howard Griffith, and he will not pick up the first. So Jason Elam's going to try to extend this to a 4-point game. The kick is up. It is good. So it is 24-20. Buffalo now has a chance to complete the comeback. It's 3rd and 17. Flutie is just able to get rid of this ball, and Eric Moulds will make the catch and take it down to midfield. 2:16 to go. Buffalo's in a pretty good spot here. Flutie is going to once again look for Moulds, but it's overthrown, and that's Ray Crockett making the interception. He had 2 against the Vikings, and that will put a big crimp into Buffalo's chances, but they will get it back. They're all the way at their own 31. 49 seconds to go. This crosser goes to Moulds. He makes the catch and gets a lot of yards. Gets it down to past the 20-yard line. 22 seconds left to go. Can they do this? Now 18 seconds after getting the play call in. Flutie is going to look to Thurman Thomas in the end zone. It's knocked away. 5 seconds left. This is it. In the shotgun, Flutie. He's going to get it out to Eric Moulds. He's going to make the catch, but he's taken down at the 4-yard line. 4 points, 4 yards, and an almost carbon copy of their victory over the Colts. The Bills will take the loss. The Broncos win it 24-20. The Redskins will look to strike first in this game from just inside the 40-yard line. Brad Johnson looks downfield for Michael Westbrook. It's incomplete. It's 4th down. It's kind of no man's land. They're going to try a field goal here. Brett Conway from 58 yards out. This would be an Imperialism title game record. He puts it up. It's got just enough leg, and it's good. What an exciting way to make this a 3-0 game. The Redskins get it back. They're pinned deep in their own territory. Johnson looks for old reliable here, Albert Connell. He'll make the catch fighting for extra yards, but Michael Swift of the Panthers is going to force this fumble. The Panthers recover and take it down to the 20-yard line. What a turnaround. 2nd and 11. The passing game trying to get into gear here. Burline looks for Muhsin Muhammad, makes a great diving catch. They're now facing 3rd and goal. 2 very short runs, don't get it in. Fake up the middle, the pitch to Tim Batuka gets into the end zone. Carolina leads 7-3. They need their defense to come to life again. But Washington's driven it down to the 6th, 3rd and goal. They won't run Stephen Davis. Instead, this pass is incomplete. Brett Conway, yet another field goal. 6th in the last 2 games. It's 7-6. Carolina's gotten past midfield. We're at the 2-minute warning. Play action. Burline likes to go to Patrick Jeffers here. He does to great success. Gets it down to just about the 5-yard line. It's 3rd down though, but the Panthers are smelling the end zone. Burline will drop back, find Muhsin Muhammad for the touchdown. Both teams have scored twice. The Redskins field goals, the Panthers touchdowns. It's 14-6 as we now enter the second half. Washington from their own 35-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Michael Westbrook makes the catch, and bad tackling by the Panthers allows them to pick up a lot more after the catch. 55 yards. Next play, it's 1st and goal just inside the 10. Johnson's going to look again for Westbrook, and he did it all on this drive. It's early enough in the game that the Redskins kick the extra point. It's 14-13. The defense forces a 3-and-out. They've driven it down to the 27. Stephen Davis needs 2 yards here, and he fights to pick up 3. That is very important, keeping this drive alive. They've pushed it now to the 5-yard line. The handoff up the middle. Nope, a fake and pitch to Stephen Davis. Hurdles his way into the end zone. And for the first time since it was 3-0, the Redskins have the lead. 20-14. Carolina will not rest in the dying embers of the 3rd quarter. The pitch goes to Tim Batuka. He is going to get into field goal range and pick up a 1st down. Carolina, of course, is not thinking about a field goal. They want to score, but it's once again 3rd down. Burline's going to drop back, but he's going to get taken down back at the 32-yard line. It's going to be 4th down. Like we said, they are not thinking about a field goal. 4th and 18. This is a huge ask of the Panthers offense. You know they want to go to Muhsin Muhammad. They do. They'll make the diving catch for the 1st down and almost breaks it in for the touchdown. They're set up real nice though. Play action up the middle. Dump it off to Tim Batuka. Makes the touchdown catch, scoring his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers now lead 21-20. Now, Brian Mitchell's been hurting them on kick returns all day, so they kick it short to him, try to mitigate his damage. But Mitchell has other ideas. He gets out past midfield. They're in pursuit. They grab a hold. He gets away. He pushes through another tackle, and he's able to get it in for the touchdown. The first ever kickoff return touchdown in an Imperialism title game. It's 27-21. The Panthers offense right back on the field trying to make this happen. Burline's going to look for Muhammad. He'll make the catch and run it to the 45. He might have to do all the work on this drive. It's 3rd and 11. They keep falling into these situations. Muhammad stops short, will make the catch, but pick up a lot of yardage. He is having a monster game, over 175 receiving yards. It's 2nd down, 1 minute, 37 seconds to go. Burline will try Muhammad again, and for the first time in this game, they don't connect. It is 3rd down. Burline is going to give it to Floyd up the middle. Short pickup. It's 4th and 7. They're going to try to go to Muhammad, I will imagine. Instead, they run it to William Floyd. What a terrible play call. He's short. The Redskins take over. Chance to put it away. Stephen Davis will get the 1st down, and that's going to do it. Washington, in a thriller, win this game 27-21. The Buccaneers are not showing any nerves here. They've driven the ball down to the 2-yard line. Warwick Dunn will take the pitch and run it in for the touchdown. Tampa will lead this game 6-0. We were talking about no jitters here. Martin Gramatica may have had some jitters. He will shank this extra point, but hey, the Bucs lead, and we're getting close to halftime. It's still 6-0. They have the ball, their own 31-yard line. Lance Johnstone will strip the ball from Sean King. The Raiders will pick it up, run it back to about the 7-yard line. On the very next play, Tim Brown will make this catch in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders, a huge play for them, getting them back in the game. They'll take a 7-6 lead. We head now to the third quarter. They've got the ball first and goal at the 4. Napoleon Kaufman in for the injured Tyrone Wheatley. Cashes in for the Raiders, extending their lead to 14-6. Tampa needs to do something to get back into this game, but the Raiders have the ball on the Tampa 34. Play action. This pass goes deep to Andre Rison, right in stride. And the Raiders now have leaped out to a 21-6 lead. Tampa's in the fourth quarter. We've seen them come from behind before. 3rd and 12, Raider 13. Sean King tries to swing it to Warwick Dunn. It's incomplete. 4th down now. This might be the game for the Buccaneers. King will drop back, try to dump it to Warwick Dunn. Incomplete. The Raiders do onto the Bucs as they've done unto so many others by running up the score in the fourth quarter. They outscore the Bucs 28-0 in the second half to win the game 35-6. The Niners strike first with a field goal, but Tampa's on the move. 2nd and goal back at the 13. Brad Johnson finds Dave Moore, who gets away from his defender and scores. First touchdown of the game for either team. 7-3 Tampa. The Niners are going to get a safety to make this 7-5, and now they've driven it down to the 5. Tampa backs up the defense. The Niners respond with Garrison Hurst up the middle, and he gets in for the score. The Niners are going to retake the lead here at 12-7. We remain in the second quarter, and Tampa has moved the ball to the 49er 36. Brad Johnson will drop back the pass, looking for Keyshawn Johnson. Great pass. Keyshawn takes it down to the 5-yard line. That's going to lead to Mike Allstar's 3rd touchdown reception in the last 2 games. Tampa hits the extra point. They're going to lead 14-12 at halftime. They have the ball just inside midfield in the 3rd. Johnson drops back. Again, is going to look for Keyshawn. These are the only 2 catches he's made in this game, but they've both been huge. He's down at the 1-yard line. Tampa fails to score on 1st and 2nd down. Here they come on 3rd down. The Niners will stop Allstott. They know a little something about goal line stands in championship games. Tampa doesn't want to mess around anymore. They're going to bring out Martin Gramatica for the extremely short field goal. He is going to put it through. The lead goes to 17-12. The Niners now have it. They're back at their own 23. It's 2nd down. Garcia's under pressure. Warren Sapp, his first play of the game, making the sack, getting the ball back for his team after a failed 3rd down conversion by the Niners. Tampa from the 20-yard line. This pass goes to Warwick Dunn. Makes a great catch. This time they're going to be able to get Allstott into the end zone. That will make this a 2-score game. It's 24-12. We're sitting here in the fourth quarter, and the 49ers are in desperation mode. They're backed up at their own 33-yard line. Jeff Garcia has plenty of time. Lofts a deep pass to Terrell Owens, splitting the 2 defenders. The ball is placed perfectly, and Owens is able to get his way into the end zone. An incredible 67-yard touchdown. This game is back on. The Niners actually go for 2 here and Garrison Hearst is going to score it. So it's 24-20. Tampa now has it. 3:01 left in the game. They're going to run it to Mike Alstott trying to grind some clock, but he has other ideas, cuts inside, and is able to go into the Niner 34-yard line. Next play, 2:37 to go now. The Niners crowd the line, anticipating run. Alstott does get it, but he's able to get around and pick up another big chunk of yards. This puts him over 100 yards rushing on the game. They stop him on 1st and 2nd down, but on 3rd down, Brad Johnson's going to look downfield. Dave Moore is there. He makes the touchdown reception, his 2nd of the game. The Bucks get back out to a 31-20 lead. They clamp down the rest of the way. 31-20. Final score, Tampa wins. The Saints have it early, facing a 2nd and 11. The game is still scoreless. Play action, this pass is going to Joe Horn, and it's incomplete. That pass has been working for the last 2 seasons in Imperialism. The Saints punt, the Eagles have it now inside the 50. McNabb stays in the pocket, fires deep to running back Brian Westbrook. Makes an incredible catch. They're inside the 10-yard line. 2 plays later, Deuce Staley is going to get the game's first points on the board. The Eagles take a 7-0 lead. They force an immediate 3-and-out of the Saints offense, and they get the ball back. They've moved it to the 25. It's 3rd and 11. McNabb throws it to Todd Pinkston, goes up, makes a great catch to keep the drive alive. On the very next play, this pass goes to Chad Lewis in the end zone. Touchdown Philadelphia. They've jumped out now to a 14-0 lead. It's up to the Saints to try something here. They've passed midfield for the first time as the half nears its end. Brooks is going to try Joe Horn again, but Bobby Taylor is there for the pick. Horn hasn't caught a pass yet. Taylor makes this pick. He's going to get some yardage on the return. It's going to be 14-0 at the half. We're now in the second half. It's 17-0. The Saints need to get into gear. Aaron Brooks is going to be quickly taken down by Corey Simon. They're going to punt again. The Eagles have it. McNabb steps up in the pocket, throws to James Thrash. The Saints moved up when McNabb started running, and Thrash is going to get this touchdown. And Thrash is probably the right word for what's happening in this game. 24-0 Philly. The Saints started scoring way too late. The Eagles are going to take this victory 34-10. Gets the ball first and races down the field. They're at the 28-yard line. Matt Hasselbeck looks across the middle. Itulamili, the tight end, makes the catch, gets it down to the 1-yard line. On the next play, Alexander will give to Corn Robinson on the reverse. He will just break the plane, giving Seattle an early 7-0 lead. But we know about this Vikings offense. They march it down the field themselves. They're at Seattle's 26. It's 3rd down. Culpepper will look to Nate Burleson. It's good to be on the other side of Randy Moss. Touchdown Vikings. We're tied up at 7 apiece. There's still time left in the first quarter. In fact, 1 second remains on the clock. From inside the 20, Hasselbeck looks downfield. He'll dump it off instead to Bobby Ingram, but he will do the rest. Seattle ends the first quarter 14-7. This has the makings of a shootout. Instead, though, Seattle has the ball again on the Minnesota 43. Matt Hasselbeck will step up in the pocket, releases it to Darrell Jackson downfield. He is untouched and unbothered. It is now 21-7 Seattle. Minnesota needs to do something to get themselves back in this game. We're in the third quarter. They've taken it down to the 20. They're going to give it to Randy Moss on the reverse. He's picked up a first down. He's looking for more, but Ken Hamlin will jar the ball loose. The Seahawks will eventually fall on this. They've taken control, but they're deep in their own territory. On the very first play, Hasselbeck is getting rushed. He's hit. The ball's out. That would have been a safety. Instead, Minnesota has it inside the 1. Seattle will now engage in a goal line stand, stopping 3 consecutive Minnesota run plays. In fact, knocking them back to the 8. That's going to set up a field goal attempt for the Vikings, but Dante Culpepper is going to pick it up and run with it and get stopped. The Vikings blow their opportunity, but they've gotten another chance. It's 3rd and goal from the 20. Culpepper is going to look for Jim Kleinsoffer. It's incomplete, and there's nothing to fake here. They're just going to bring out the offense. Down 14 into 4th. They need 20 yards, but they've got the offense to do it. Culpepper, he is getting rushed and taken down, so Seattle will now have a chance to put this game away. It's 3rd and 9. 4 minutes and change to go. They're throwing the ball. Hasselbeck looks for Corin Robinson. It's knocked away. Back come the Vikings. 1st and goal from the 6. Culpepper, enough messing around. Get the ball to Moss. He does. It's a touchdown. So the Vikings have renewed life. It is 21-14. Might they try the onside kick here? They do. Seattle looks a little unprepared for it, and the Vikings recover. We've got a game here. From just inside midfield, the pitch will go to Mo Williams. He's done basically nothing in this game, but he's changing that right now, dragging defenders down to the 17-yard line. After an incompletion, it is 2nd down. Culpepper on the draw to Williams. He goes through the middle, and he's gonna score. And the Vikings, who were down 14 points at the beginning of the 4th quarter, have scored a 2nd touchdown and look to tie this game. But Mike Tice, head coach of the Vikings, has other ideas. He's going for the kill. They are lining up to go for 2. 2:19 left in the game. After some motion, the handoff will go to Mo Williams, but Randall Godfrey chases him down, and the Vikings remain down by a point. This time, they're kicking the ball away. Maurice Morris fields it at the 13, cuts back inside. Seattle has good field position, but they fall behind to 3rd and 12. They're going to try to throw the ball here. It goes to Sean Alexander, incomplete. So instead, they're going to look to try to get off a good punt here. But instead, they will not get the punt off at all. It's blocked by the Vikings. They pick it up and run it down to the 24. Can they do this? From the shotgun, Dante Culpepper is going to look downfield. Slot receiver Kelly Campbell catches it at the 2-yard line. They can kick it here, but they want more. From the 2, it's 1st and goal. Dante will run out to his right and score the touchdown. The Vikings have now taken the lead, 27-21. There's still time left for the Seahawks. In fact, there's 39 seconds to go. From their own 21, Hasselbeck looks across the middle. Darrell Jackson will make the catch, get a pretty good chunk of yards. After a short completion now, we're down to the end. 7 seconds to go. 46 yards away. Hasselbeck will drop back. He throws the ball too early. Robinson will make the catch well short of the end zone, and a bonkers 4th quarter comeback by the Minnesota Vikings gives them the 27-21 victory. The Chargers get the ball first. It's 3rd and 18. They've had a little trouble converting these long ones. Kazim Osgood. Haven't heard much from him this time around, but he will get the first touchdown of this game. The Chargers jump ahead 7-0. Seattle gets it down to San Diego's 10-yard line. Matt Hasselbeck throws to Itula Mealy. He will make the catch in the end zone. Bing bang. We have tied this game up at 7 apiece. We're still in the 1st quarter. This game's got the makings of a shootout. From the Seattle 16, LaDainian Tomlinson cuts inside, breaks a tackle. He will score a touchdown. The Chargers now lead 14-7. We're going to now move ahead to the second quarter. The Seahawks are driving, and they're now setting up shop at the 12-yard line. From the shotgun, direct snap goes to Sean Alexander, cuts in through 3 different defenders and scores. Seattle responds. We're tied at 14 apiece. Now here come the Chargers. They have the ball 3rd and 1 from their own 48. Tomlinson bursts through the middle, picks up a lot more than 1 yard. He has a chance to score, but the Seahawks will get him down at around the 7-yard line. On the very next play, they're actually at the 8. Drew Brees looks into the end zone. Eric Parker makes the catch. His giant imperialism continues. Now it's 21-14. Seattle's going to take their turn. They're kind of running out of time here, though. They're at the 36. Hasselbeck drops back, can't find anybody, decides to take off, doesn't pick up a whole lot of yards. Time's ticking away. 4 seconds. 2 seconds, they get the play call in. It's going to have to be a shot at the end zone from the 31. They're instead going to give the ball to Sean Alexander. That seems like a wasted play, and it's going to be 21-14 at the half. Seattle gets it first, but they're facing 3rd and 13. They're going to try Alexander again. He drags his way to the 35-yard line, but he is going to be knocked out of the game. Maurice Morris is going to be the running back for Seattle now. But with that run, the Seahawks have a chance at a field goal from 53 yards away. Chris Brown, plenty of leg, and it's just going to get through the uprights. It's 21-17. The Chargers are knocking on the door again. Drew Brees is going to roll out. He's going to dump it off to Tomlinson, looking for the end zone, but that ball is knocked loose. Ken Lucas forces the fumble. That's about the first wrong step Tomlinson's taken in any imperialism. It's 2nd down now. Seattle's trying to get out from the shadow of their end zone. This pass to Darrell Jackson will get that job done. The Seahawks trying to make something out of this drive. It's 2nd down again. Hasselbeck is going to drop back, look for Bobby Ingram, makes a great play, gets it down to the 24-yard line, but the Seahawks get no points out of this, and the Chargers get it back. From their own 33, Brees looks for Eric Parker, some miscommunication there. That looked like a Neil O'Donnell style interception. Ken Hamlin comes up with the big turnover, and the Seahawks in the 4th quarter are going to look to take advantage. The first play after the interception, Matt Hasselbeck will look for Darrell Jackson. He'll make the catch. The Chargers are going to track him down at the 8-yard line. It is 1st and goal from the shotgun. Direct snap to Maurice Morris. This play worked for Sean Alexander. It works for him as well. And the Seahawks in the 4th quarter take their first lead, 24-21. Do the Chargers have another comeback in them? It's 3rd and 14. They're going to run Tomlinson. He is stopped for a short gain, and the Chargers are going to punt this ball with 2:45 to go. They're going to trust their defense. Mike Skypers is going to look to get it away. He faces a rush. He gets it off, but it's a short punt. Bobby Ingram is going to return it to the 23-yard line. The Chargers do force a 3rd and 10 here. They bring the defense up. It's a direct snap to Morris. He's getting close to the 1st down, but the Chargers hold him up, and they stop him, and the Seahawks are going to punt this back. What a game this is turning into. Seahawk punter is Donnie Jones. He gets off a pretty good punt here. Eric Parker gets a not-so-great return. So, minute 29 to go. Both teams make changes at the line. From the 36-yard line, Drew Brees is going to take a sack here. That was Ken Hamlin. What a game he's having. 2nd and 20. The drama intensifies. Brees is going to look for Tomlinson. He'll make the catch, get back everything they lost plus a yard. 3rd and 9. They're going to run. No, it's play action to Tomlinson. It's going to go to Eric Parker. There could be 20 guys covering him. Parker's going to make the catch. It is now 2nd and 7, 44 seconds left. Play action. The pass to Parker. He has to dive for it. Oh, that could have been a touchdown. And because of that, San Diego has to settle for this very short field goal. But Kading will make it. And for the first time ever, our Imperialism Championship game is heading to overtime. Tied up at 24 apiece. Woo! Here comes the all-important coin toss. The Chargers win it, and they're going to choose to receive it, of course. They have the ball 3rd and 15. This is familiar territory. They pitch it to Tomlinson. The Seahawks didn't look ready for it, but they stop him just before he gets to first. And the Chargers are going to run out the punt team again and trust their defense. Mike Skyfers doesn't feel the rush this time and gets off a much better punt. Bobby Ingram receives at the 6-yard line, and he only gets it out to about the 13. After a short loss, it's 2nd and 12. Matt Hasselbeck tries to scramble, but Donnie Edwards forces the ball loose. It's bouncing around. The Chargers recover it. Zeke Moreno is trying to get loose. He doesn't, and immediately they're going to bring out Kading. If he makes this kick, the Chargers are champions. It's only 23 yards. He runs up and boots it. It is good. And the Chargers in this Imperialism have been amazing to watch, and they give us about the best ending we could ask for. In overtime, 27-24, the Chargers win. Carolina gets the ball first, moving it down inside the Seattle 30. Deshaun Foster picks up where he left off in the Pittsburgh game, running right up the middle, and they stop him at the 1-yard line. A loss on first down leads to this second down play. Jake Delome's going to find Steve Smith for the game's opening score. At home, Carolina gets ahead 7-0. Seattle will now take their turn. They're at their own 35-yard line. Sean Alexander goes up the middle, breaks a tackle. Carolina takes a terrible tackle attempt, and off Alexander goes. He breaks another tackle. This winds up being a 60-yard run down to the 4-yard line. On the next play, Alexander will take it in himself. Seattle said, hey, we can run the ball too. That ties this game up at 7 apiece. It's now Carolina's turn. They have it at their own 18-yard line. This is play action. It works. Steve Smith makes a diving catch, gets up and runs with it, but D.D. Lewis, the linebacker, forces the fumble. Seattle picks it up, and that's going to lead to a field goal. Carolina has it trailing 10-7 at midfield. Another play action. Delhomme looks for Kerry Colbert, but that's intercepted by Andre Dyson. Gets it out to the 30-yard line. Seattle got a field goal on the last takeaway. They're looking for more on this one. They've got it down to the 1-yard line. Hasselbeck drops back, finds Bobby Ingram alone in the end zone. The Seahawks now lead 17-7. They add a field goal before the half, so it's 20-7 in the third quarter. They have the ball again at the Carolina 35. The play action, Deshaun Alexander works because he's running the ball so well. Bobby Ingram gets it down to the 9. But once again, Carolina's defense is going to force the field goal attempt. Josh Brown from 26 will make it, and all these field goals Carolina are forcing is keeping them in this game. Now they've got it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. This is a reverse to Steve Smith. He's able to maneuver his way into the end zone. So there's still some light left for Carolina. They will kick the extra point, remain down by 9 points. Carolina's going to need this onside kick. It gets laid down, but it's Bobby Ingram who recovers it. The Seahawks are now going to turn to Sean Alexander to run this clock down. He may have other ideas though. He escapes a couple of tackle attempts, drags the dude all the way into the end zone, an exclamation point in this championship game. The Seahawks get ahead 30-14. They go into Carolina and win this game by that same score, 30-14. The Seahawks have the ball at the edge of field goal range on 3rd and 5. Sean Alexander gets very close to the first down. The sticks are out and he is just short. And on 4th and inches, they will be sending out kicker Josh Brown to put the first points on the board. This will be from 50 yards away. He puts it up, it's got plenty of leg, and it splits the uprights. Seattle takes a 3-0 lead. Carolina now is punting from their own territory. The Seahawks are coming to block it, and they do. That ball falls flat on the 33-yard line, where Seattle will take possession. They've moved it to the 15. We're now in the second quarter. Matt Hasselbeck looks into the end zone for Darrell Jackson, but it's knocked away, and Seattle will once again have to settle for a field goal. A much shorter kick this time. 33 yards from Josh Brown is good. Seattle leads 6-0 despite dominating this game. Carolina's finally getting something going. Jake Delhomme fires to Drew Carter, a perfect pass. Carter in for the injured Steve Smith. Carolina's moving the ball now inside the 10-yard line. They're going to run Deshaun Foster up the middle. An 8-yard touchdown run puts Carolina on the board with the extra point. They've taken the lead at 7-6. There's still time remaining in the first half. 1:40 to be exact. Seattle has it at their own 29-yard line. Hasselbeck throws it deep to Deion Branch, makes the catch, leaps over 2 tacklers, gets a lot of yak, putting Seattle inside the 30-yard line. On 3rd and 1 with 46 seconds remaining, the direct snap to Sean Alexander does not work this time, and for the 3rd time in the half, they're going to be trotting out Josh Brown for the field goal. This one will be from 42 yards out. The pressure comes, but Brown gets it off through the uprights again. The Seahawks lead at the half, 9-7. In the 3rd quarter, Carolina's at their own 40-yard line. This is a play action. The pass goes to Keyshawn Johnson. He goes up and makes the catch. Carolina's getting it done here, 30-yard gain. On the very next play, Seattle calls a defensive audible. Delhomme will hand this off to Deshaun Foster, cuts inside, gets it down to just inside the 10-yard line. A big play there. On the very next play, it's 1st and goal from the 9. The pitch goes to D'Angelo Williams. He gets the edge and will score the touchdown. While Seattle's settling for field goals, Carolina is getting it into the end zone. 14-9 is our score. Seattle is at the Carolina 35-yard line. Hasselbeck drops back, gets sacked by Chris Jenkins, knocking them out of field goal range, and also knocking Hasselbeck out of the game. He is going to be replaced by Seneca Wallace. They get the ball back. It's 3rd and 12 in their own territory. Wallace gets eaten alive there by Julius Peppers. Seattle has no choice but to go for it. It's 4th and 21. Wallace drops back to pass. He will throw to Deion Branch. That's overthrown, incomplete. Carolina runs clock, kicks a field goal, and win this game 17-9. The Patriots get the ball first and set up at their own 33-yard line. This is the first play of the game. Brady has all day in the pocket. Goes deep to Randy Moss. He has cooked his defender. The ball is there. And right from the jump, New England wastes 0 time. They get ahead 7-0 on that 67-yard touchdown. It's now 21-3 in the second quarter from Minnesota's 44. They're going to once again look deep to Moss. Runs under it, gets away from the diving tackle. Randy Moss is clowning his former team. This is 28-3 in the first half. This game was a bloodbath by the New England. Scores 35 in the first half and wins 56-11. The Patriots defense starts this game off with a stop, giving the ball to the offense. This pitch goes to Sammy Morris. He hasn't been a major contributor to this team this season, but he picks up 21 important yards here. It is 1st and 10 from the 14. The Chargers look like they're showing blitz. The Patriots change the play at the line. Matt Castle drops back, looks toward the back of the end zone, and who else but Kevin Falk. The legend continues. He makes the catch. Touchdown Patriots. This game is 7-0. The Chargers are going to try to get back. They're pinned back at their own 12-yard line. The delayed handoff will go to LaDainian Tomlinson. The Patriots think they have him bottled up, but he breaks a couple of tackles. He's taking off. He's past midfield. They give him chase. They finally get him down. That was a 53-yard run. A few plays later now, from the 15, Phillip Rivers throws toward Vincent Jackson. He's just bigger than anybody who's trying to guard him. Touchdown catch for the Chargers. They're back in this. We're tied up at 7 apiece. Now in the second quarter, the Patriots are facing 3rd and short in their own territory. Who might Castle be looking for? But Kevin Falk makes the diving catch to the Charger 35-yard line, a 36-yard gain. It's now 3rd and 13. Castle will look for Randy Moss, makes the catch. They get him down right before he gets across the goal line. On the next play, Kevin Falk will take it into the end zone. That's the Patriots' second touchdown. They've both been scored by Falk. They reestablished themselves in the lead, 14-7. The Chargers have driven it down to the Patriot 24. 1:25 left in the half. Phillip Rivers throws it to Malcolm Floyd. Not the fastest man in the world, but he's able to score the touchdown. The Chargers keep answering back, doing the damage before the half is over. We're tied at 14. There's still some time left, though. The Pats set up at their own 36-yard line. Castle looks for Falk, and he makes a diving catch. They're going to change his name to Kevin Folk because he's becoming a folk hero. From the 40-yard line, 40 seconds to go and counting. The pass goes to Falk. You can't even make this up at this point. He does it again. A 40-yard touchdown. 21-14 is going to be our halftime score. The Chargers defense opens the second half with a stop, giving the ball to the offense. They're leaning in close to midfield here. Phillip Rivers, he's going to look for Vincent Jackson. He's got it. The Patriots defense is unable to get a hold of him. He gets away, and that's another huge answer by the Chargers offense. 53 yards, tying this game back up at 21. Now New England has it. They've driven it to the 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Castle looks for Randy Moss. Touchdown Patriots. The back and forth ping-pong-like matchup continues. It's 28-21. The Chargers are in a little bit of trouble here. They're at their own 20-yard line. 3rd and 19. Phillip Rivers steps up, lifts it up to Antonio Gates. He'll make the catch and keep the drive alive. Once again, though, it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. The pressure comes. Richard Seymour takes Phillip Rivers down. It's 4th and way too long. They've got to punt it. The Patriots now face a 3rd and 18. Castle looks downfield. He's going to go to Randy Moss. He makes the diving catch at the 45-yard line. After all the damage Kevin Falk has done, this is now Randy Moss's time. From the 45. This is going to be a short pass to Moss. Catches it at the 34. He takes off. The Chargers dive and miss. And Moss will carry it all the way into the end zone. After all the back and forth, the Patriots have now scored back-to-back touchdowns. The Chargers are able to get one back, but look at that clock in the bottom. Zeros are on it. It made no difference. The Patriots win this game 35-28. Atlanta comes out running the ball. The ground and pound is working. This is Michael Turner getting away from a tackle and getting past the 40-yard line, dragging himself close to the 30. Now they're going to run Jason Snelling around the same side. He is going to break some tackles, getting it down close to the 10-yard line. All that will lead to this direct snap to Michael Turner, who gets into the end zone for the touchdown. So in front of their home crowd, Atlanta has gotten out to a 7-0 lead. And New Orleans has a dynamic offense. They're bringing it out and getting it past midfield. Drew Brees stands in the shotgun. Quickly goes to Marcus Colston. He is getting out past the 20, close to the 10-yard line. The Saints have now gone to 3rd and 13. The Falcons bring the defense up. The Saints are going to throw into the rush. Reggie Bush makes the catch. Stopped short of the first down. John Carney on 4th and very short kicks the field goal. It's now 7-3. Atlanta continues to take several sacks. This one from Charles Grant ended a drive. They got it back, and now this one from Will Smith will end that drive. New Orleans' offense finally takes the look advantage. Only 31 seconds left in the half. Pierre Thomas goes around left end, gets some good yardage. This will set up an easier field goal for John Carney. This is going to be from 35 yards away to cut the lead down to 1. Carney gets it up, but he misses. So it's still 7-3 as we enter the second half. The Falcons open the half with the ball. Matt Ryan has time and space downfield. Roddy White has to dive to make the catch. Had he caught it in stride, this could have easily been a touchdown. Instead, the Saints are going to get him down for a 60-yard gain. It's now 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Ryan's going to look to his tight end, Tony Gonzalez. So the Falcons get their touchdown anyway. With the extra point, they're now ahead 14-3. The Saints offense hasn't done much in this game, and we're nearing the end of the third quarter. They're just inside the 30. Drew Brees goes to Devery Henderson, makes the catch, and is able to squirt away for a few more yards. They set up shop at the 7-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal. Brees out of the shotgun, gets hit as he throws, but Marcus Colston's there for the catch. So the Saints have finally broken through and gotten to the end zone. It's 14-9. They're going to look to carry the ball into the end zone again. They're going for 2. The handoff goes to Pierre Thomas. He's held up. So 14-9 it remains. The Falcons now in the fourth quarter from the 29 of New Orleans. Matt Ryan has time, but he takes yet another sack. This one from Randall Gay coming in from the secondary. It's 3rd and 22 at the 40-yard line. Here comes the rush. Gonzalez will make this catch, and that will set up a field goal attempt. This will be 43 yards for Jason Elam. Faces no pressure, but he too will miss. Both teams have missed makeable field goals. That would have put him up by 8. The Saints can now take the lead with a touchdown. But it's 4th and 5. They're going to run Pierre Thomas. He is going to get around the edge and pick up big yardage for the first down. 2:05 now left in the game. It's 3rd down from the Atlanta 16. Brees goes to the back of the end zone. Devery Henderson makes the catch, and for the first time in this game, New Orleans has taken the lead. They kicked the extra point, so it's 16-14. Atlanta has to start all the way back at their own 12-yard line. Ryan gets off this pass to Michael Jenkins. Nice gain of 18 yards. They're on their way. It's 3rd and 3 as they near midfield. They're going to try to run it, but Turner's eaten up in the backfield. That makes this 4th and 9. Out of the shotgun, Ryan's quick pass is knocked away. New Orleans runs out the clock, and they come from behind to win this game 16-14. The Titans start off with the ball. This is going to be their first play of the game. Vince Young's going to drop back to pass. Rolando McClain comes in and knocks the ball loose. The Raiders recover it, run it back to the 4-yard line. What a way to start this game. They set up shop now on the very next play. Jason Campbell will find Jacoby Ford, and just like that, Oakland has jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Tennessee hasn't had to face this kind of adversity yet. Let's see how they respond. They've moved it to their own 48-yard line. Vince Young takes off running. Michael Huff hits him and he's lost the ball again. It is loose and bouncing around. Nobody has landed on it. Finally, the Raiders do recover. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Titans. The Raiders are now at the 31-yard line. The Titans bring the rush. The pass gets off to Lewis Murphy. Makes the catch and gets down at the 4-yard line. The Raiders like that spot. They've moved it to the 1. The Titans crowd the line. The Raiders are going to pass. Well, Campbell will step up and flick it to Jacoby Ford. His second touchdown of the first quarter. And the Raiders have now gone up 14-0. No takeaway this time, but a quick 3 and out. They have it at their own 45. We're still in the first. Campbell will fire to the forgotten man of this offense, tight end Zach Miller. He is off and running, passes the 10-yard line. He goes down at the 4-yard line. Unbelievable. We now switch sides in the second quarter. The pitch goes out to Michael Bush. He beats the defender and scores the touchdown. The Titans have fallen apart to begin this game. The Raiders lead 21-0. Tennessee tried to fight back. Every time they did, Oakland had an answer. The final score of this game, the Raiders win 38-19. The Ravens have it first. They're set up at their own 35-yard line. Joe Flacco is flattened by Justin Smith. That's a fumble. The ball is loose. No one's got it yet, but the Niners will land on it. Ray McDonald runs it back to the 14-yard line. On the very first play after the fumble, Alex Smith will drop back, has time in the pocket, fires to Michael Crabtree, and the Niners waste no time getting ahead in this game. They've jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Baltimore, already finding itself on the back foot, has driven the ball to the 37. They cannot run the ball in this game, so they're just taking to the air. Flacco has time, goes deep to Torrey Smith. That's a catch. He's held up at the 1. He hasn't gone down yet. He finally does. Now that they've gotten this deep, they will try to run it. This is Ray Rice, held up in the backfield. The Niners take him down for a 4-yard loss. Direct snap on second down. He's fighting, but no touchdown. On third down, they're going to try him again. He gets away, but he's down again. That will lead to a field goal. 7-3 Niners, they have it. Alex Smith steps out from the pocket, throws a wickedly accurate pass to Michael Crabtree, getting them down inside the 10. They fall into 3rd and 8, though. They can't run the ball either. Smith looks toward the end zone. Tight end Vernon Davis will make the catch. And the Ravens defense, which has been so dominant, has given up 2 first-quarter touchdowns. It's 14-3. The Niners have it again, looking to maybe step on their throats here in the first half. Smith goes deep to Ted Ginn, makes the catch at the 5, but Ed Reed will force the ball loose. Maybe a game-saving forced fumble there. The Ravens get a pretty decent return out of it, but the offense is going nowhere. It's 3rd and 15. Joe Flacco throws quickly to Ed Dixon. That's not going to get it done. It's now 17-13 in the third quarter. Niners trying to put it away again. Frank Gore is hit by Ed Reed once again. Reed, a one-man hero here, gives the Ravens the ball back. They need to do something with this ball. On the first play, they're at the Niner 45. play action. Flacco will go to Anquan Bolden, extends out to make the catch. Oh, a better throw would have been a touchdown, but he gets it down to the 3. They lose yardage on first down. It's now 2nd and 5. The Niners will back up the defense. Baltimore changes the play. It goes to Rice. He has actual space in front of him, and he runs it in. So the Ravens have been facing all kinds of issues in this game, yet they've got it down to a 17-10 game. The Niners are stuck back at their own 24-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Smith will go to Crabtree. Crabtree dives, makes the catch in Baltimore territory. The Niners will continue this drive. They're at the Baltimore 12-yard line. A third quarter is ticking away. Smith steps up, quickly throws to Ted Ginn. He will run it in for the touchdown. 3 touchdown passes by Smith to 3 different players. It is 23-10 where it will stay because Baltimore blocks this extra point. So 14 points will get it done for them. They're facing a 3rd and 17. Flacco drops back. He's holding it too long. Here comes Justin Smith. His 3rd sack of the game. He'll add a 4th. The Niners will add a field goal. They come away with a 26-10 victory. The Chargers get a good opening drive together, but they stall at the 30-yard line. Nick Novak will come out for the 47-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. San Diego takes an early 3-0 lead. The Bears have it at 3rd and 4 at their own 45. The Chargers bring the defense up, so they pitch to Matt Forte. He will get the first down and quite a bit more. He's finding running room a lot easier here than he did against the Jets. Gets it down inside the 25-yard line. That will lead to this pass to Brandon Marshall. Dives and makes the catch. Touchdown, Chicago. They go ahead by a score of 7-3. The Chargers are forced to punt from their own 5-yard line. The Bears are coming after it, and they've got it. That ball is loose in the end zone, and who else to scoop it up for the score but Brian Urlacher? What a play by the Hall of Famer. It's now 14-3. The Bears have it again. They're at the San Diego 45. Jay Cutler is going to look downfield for Alshon Jeffrey, makes the catch, picks up a few more yards, getting it down inside the 10-yard line. That will lead to this touchdown pass to Earl Bennett. If the Chargers have any saving grace right now, they've blocked this extra point. So it remains 20-3. We're now in the second half. The Chargers need to get the offense going. They're in their own territory. Phillip Rivers gets this off to Denario Alexander. That will get something working for them. They're inside the 30-yard line. Now on 3rd and 10, it's a direct snap to Jackie Battle, in for the injured Ryan Matthews. They're playing it very safe, setting up for the field goal. 43 yards from Nick Novak. The Bears are going to try to block another kick in this game, but it gets through, and it's good. Cutting the lead down to 14, putting faith in the defense. It's being rewarded. It's 3rd and 8. The Bears in their own territory. Jay Cutler's going to look for Alshon Jeffrey, but he led him too far. The Chargers get it back. They have 2nd and 18 after Julius Pepper's sack. Rivers throws to Antonio Gates, extends out to make the catch, gets it down to the 15-yard line. They're going to need to punch this one into the end zone. It's 3rd and 1 as the third quarter is about to expire. Battle goes for the first down marker. The sticks are out. He's short, so we switch sides. 4th quarter. 4th and 1. They're going to run Battle again. Here comes Peppers around the end. What pursuit by Peppers to make the stop. But the Charger defense steps up again. The Bears will punt. Adam Podolich's punt is blocked. The Chargers will get possession after the Bears land on it. They're facing a 3rd and 3 from the 7. Rivers tries to step up and is taken down on 4th down now. The Chargers are kicking a field goal. I do not understand this play calling. Novak's had himself a good game. He's going to make this kick, but it doesn't change the calculus too well. It's 20-9. but they're going to go ahead and try for the onside kick. It gets laid down, and the Chargers recover. Maybe they know something we don't. But it's 4th and 19. Here comes Julius Peppers. You will not believe this is his 6th sack of the game. He has been a wrecking ball. The Chargers wind up getting it back on 4th and 23. We get a strip sack. The ball is loose, and who else to pick it up? Icing on the cake of what was a tremendous game for Julius Peppers. 6 sacks, another tackle for loss, fumble recovery, touchdown to end things. The Bears take the game 27-9. The Bucs have it first. They're at their own 37, facing a 3rd down. Mike Glennon wants a chunk play, though. He's going to go deep to Vincent Jackson. Makes the catch in coverage. First down, Tampa Bay. They've methodically moved it down to the Seahawks 13-yard line. The pitch on 3rd down goes to Bobby Rainey. The Seahawks are wise to it. Ryan Lindell comes out for a 28-yard field goal. Not the prettiest kick, but it's in. Tampa leads 3-0. Seattle's now moved it to Tampa's side of the field. Russell Wilson drops back. He wants to go deep to Jermaine Kearse. Makes the catch. Runs it inside the 10, but he fumbles the football. And Tampa Bay picks it up. If they're going to win this game, this is how they're going to have to do it. But Seattle's defense gets the Seahawks the ball back. We're in the second quarter. Seattle's at their own 38. They're going to run Marshawn Lynch off left tackle. He finds the edge using some speed. Nice tackle there by the Bucs to get him down. But Seattle's on the move. They're now at the 30-yard line. Russell will drop back. Out of the slot is Doug Baldwin, makes the catch at the 10, runs in for the score. So Seattle's not particularly playing its best football here, but they've taken a 7-3 lead. What kind of response does Tampa Bay have? They've gotten it near midfield. Seattle makes a change on defense. Tampa shifts them to an entirely new formation. Glennon is going to look downfield for Tequan Underwood, makes the catch, spins away from the tackle, and gets the ball inside the 10-yard line. What can Tampa do here? Nothing on 1st and 2nd down. On 3rd and goal, the Seahawks rush is coming, and Red Bryant's going to get him down for the sack. They're going to have to bring Ryan Lindell out again. Seattle almost blocks the kick, but Lindell gets it up and in. Much cleaner kick this time, but Tampa still trails by 1. Seattle now facing a 2nd and 2 from their own 41. Handoff goes to Marshawn Lynch. Gets around the outside, spins away from a tackler. He's got his mojo working today, breaks a couple of tackles. They finally take about 3 guys to get him down at the 13-yard line. They're now at the 8. They've got Doug Baldwin in the backfield. They're going to pitch it to him. He's going to cut it back inside and score the rushing touchdown. That was unexpected. Tampa's really against it here. They've been playing well, but they find themselves down 14-6. Time ticking away in the first half. Maybe they can sneak in another field goal. Glennon looking across the middle, but that pass is intercepted by Walter Thurmond. So now Seattle has a chance to extend their lead. The first play after the interception from the 43. The pitch goes to Marshawn. Finds the outside. He hasn't been touched yet. He avoids a tackle, spins away, and he's going to break a tackle and score with 16 seconds left in the first half. That's a heartbreaker for Tampa. They're down 21-6. Seattle gets the opening kickoff of the second half. Run it down to the 13. They're going to try Baldwin out of the backfield again, and Tampa's nowhere to be seen. He scores his 3rd touchdown of the game. 2 rushing, 1 receiving, and from here the beating is on. Seattle takes a 28-6 lead. Tampa scrounges back a little bit in the fourth quarter, but not nearly enough. The Seahawks run away with this one, 44-12. The Saints get the ball first, and they're looking to go on the attack. Out of the shotgun, Drew Brees holds the ball, throws it downfield to Marcus Colston, makes the catch, and gets it down to the 21-yard line. A few plays later, they are now at 1st and goal, just inside the 10. This handoff is going to go to Mark Ingram. He cuts inside, gets taken down at the 4-yard line, but he gets knocked out of the game. His backup is Kyrie Robinson. On 3rd and goal, the give goes to Robinson. He leaps in for the touchdown. The Saints draw first blood, taking an early 7-0 lead. Now the injury woes for the Saints continue, this time on defense. Middle linebacker Curtis Lofton out of the game. Starting corner Keenan Lewis out of the game. The Patriots take advantage. They drive it down to the 2-yard line. This reverse goes to Brandon LaFell. This is the real Brandon LaFell this time. The game's going to give him credit for this 2-yard touchdown run. And this offensive shootout potentially is now tied up at 7 apiece. The Saints are going to try to do their part to make this a shootout. They're at the 27-yard line. On to play action. Breeze is going to fire to the end zone, but Brandon Browner is there for the interception. That's going to give New England the upper hand, the first takeaway of this game for either team. The Patriots go right to work. Tailback Shane Vereen makes a leaping catch to the 50. On the next play, Julian Edelman catches at the 35, and he's able to run it the rest of the way. Yes, touchdown Patriots. They've now scored 2 in a row, and they take a 14-7 lead. It's on New Orleans to try to get this tied up. They are settled at the 38-yard line of the Patriots. Kenny Stills is going to break late. Drew Brees is going to throw it to him. Catches at the 15 and is able to outrun the defense for the touchdown. The back and forth will continue, but this game is going to stay at 14-13 because the Patriots are able to block the extra point. It is now their turn. They're set up at their own 21-yard line. Direct snap to Shane Vereen. Kenny Vaccaro knocks the ball out, but the Patriots will recover. Might that have been the Saints' chance? New England's going to try to take advantage of their luck here. From their own 42, Julian Edelman is running by himself, makes the catch at the 22-yard line, and takes it in the rest of the way. His second wide open touchdown catch. New England extends out to a 21-13 lead. It's now 21-16 in the third quarter. Field goals aren't enough in this one. The Patriots are going to prove it. The deep pass goes to Edelman. He's covered, but he leaps up and makes the catch. Edelman's already cleared 150 yards in this game. The pitch now goes to Shane Vereen. He's held up, but he breaks a couple tackles and gets in for the score. So the back and forth has swung clearly in New England's favor. It's 28-16. If New Orleans wants to stand a chance, they're going to have to get something here. It's 3rd and 17. Breeze is going to look for his top target, Marcus Colston, but it gets knocked away. The Saints defense simply cannot get a stop. From the 15-yard line, this is a perfectly placed pass by Brady to Julian Edelman, his 3rd touchdown of the game. The Patriots streak ahead 35-16. It's all filler points from here. The Patriots win this game 42-30. Carolina's run the ball on every play of their opening drive, moving it to the 28-yard line. Now they're going to throw. Newton looks downfield, and this first throw is highly successful. A touchdown pass in the back of the end zone to Greg Olsen. Carolina takes control of this game early. It's 7-0. Their defense has now forced a 3rd and 12 on Arizona. Carson Palmer rushes the pass. It's incomplete. They lose yardage on the drive. Carolina's on the move again. It's 2nd and 7. The pitch goes to Jonathan Stewart. All this running has led to this long run finally. Stewart gets it down close to the 25-yard line, a 26-yard gain. They can't get another first down, though, so on 4th and 2, Graham Gano will come out for this 35-yard field goal. He puts it away. Carolina now leads 10-0. Arizona's going backwards again. It's 3rd and 12. Carson Palmer is going to get sacked by Jared Allen. They have negative 11 yards of offense to this point. Carolina now has a 3rd and 15. Cam Newton drops back. Nope, it's a designed run. He is going to run over a tackler and be just short of the first down. And the way Carolina's defense is playing, I guess a punt here is not the worst idea. This is going to be from their own 36-yard line. Not really any pressure from Arizona. They could have blocked it, but they didn't. Patrick Peterson's going to return this punt. Dangerous returner. He gets about 12 yards before going down. Carolina will take it. It's 3rd and 23 now for the Cardinals. And once again, Carson Palmer's going down in the hands of Kawan Short. They have negative 33 yards of offense at this point. That doesn't even sound real. They're forced to punt it away. The dangerous Ted Ginn is going to try to give Carolina good field position. He's doing that close to the 30, but he fumbles the ball, and Arizona's going to pick it up, break a tackle. They have a chance to turn this into a touchdown, but Carolina's going to just catch up to him at the 16-yard line. So having done nothing, they're now in scoring range. And who do you go to here? Larry Fitzgerald gets it inside the 1-yard line. That's going to lead to a touchdown pass. Carson Palmer to Michael Floyd. That's going to cut this lead down, shockingly, to 10-7. Carolina still has a minute to work with in the first half. They're in their own territory. They're going to run out Ted Ginn, and he's going to fumble again. This is Tyrann Mathieu forcing the ball loose. The Cardinals recover, and they're in scoring range again with 38 seconds remaining in the half. Carson Palmer is going to quickly find John Brown. He gets a minimal gain. They get no more. They're going to kick this field goal from 30 yards out. The Panthers try to block, but Chandler Catanzaro puts it through. The Cardinals end the first half with negative 5 yards of offense, yet they're tied at 10 apiece. They're now back at their own 28. We're in the third quarter. David Johnson's going to find the sideline, get a big gain. Yardage watch is over, but he is still going. Gets it down inside the 35-yard line. It's now 3rd and 2. They're going to pitch to Johnson again, and he's going to find the sideline again. He's got the space, and he's got the touchdown. Arizona finally puts together a drive on offense, and it gives them the lead at 16-10 because Carolina is going to block the extra point here. That could wind up being huge. It's 3rd and 9 for the Panthers. They're sticking with the run game. They've got Jonathan Stewart stopped here, but he breaks away, and as the third quarter expires, he gets it to midfield, setting up for what could be an incredible fourth. It is 3rd and 7 out of the shotgun. Cam Newton looks for Jericho Cotchery, and it's knocked away. They're going to punt it. There's still some time. Arizona's faced with 2nd and 12. Palmer steps up in the pocket, goes deep to Michael Floyd, and he makes the catch at midfield. They run some clock and get it down to field goal range. 2:02 left. Once again to pitch to Johnson. He picks up some amazing blocks. He's inside the 10 where he's going to get taken down. Arizona gets knocked back on 4th and 19. They're going to kick this field goal. Catanzaro faces the pressure, gets it through, and the kick is good. And this 9-point lead here may as well be a 90-point lead. Arizona's going to hold on and win this game 19-10. The Steelers have run the ball on every play of their opening drive to get it down to the 29-yard line. Off left tackle, Le'Veon Bell will finally get off a long run. This is what they've been building to. He gets it down to the 1-yard line. On the next play, Bell's going to take it in for the score. So without throwing a pass, Pittsburgh has gotten out to a 7-0 lead. The Bengals will get the ball. We'll see how they will respond. They're facing a 3rd and 3. Their own 44-yard line off the draw. Jeremy Hill will pick up the first down, but Sean Davis forces the ball loose, and the Steelers will get it in Cincinnati territory. Big turnover there after a 6-yard run. From the 40, Le'Veon Bell goes right up the middle, squirms his way through all the defenders, spins away from a couple more, gets away from more, and a spectacular touchdown run there by Le'Veon Bell. The Steelers continue keeping it on the ground. They've jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Cincinnati's almost in desperation mode now. They're at the Steeler 43-yard line in the second quarter. Jeremy Hill will go around left end, gets a nice run, will look to hold on to the ball this time. He does, since he is set up at the 23-yard line. They've moved it to 1st and goal from the 9. The Steelers will crowd the line. Andy Dalton will try to throw over it. He steps up in the pocket, fires to A.J. Green. What an important touchdown that was for the Bengals. That will keep them in the game. That'll make it 14-7. The Steelers have had success on the ground, so they're going to keep it on the ground. This is a reverse to Antonio Brown. Gets past all the defenders, breaks a tackle. He's going to pick up a good chunk of yards there, about 35 yards. They're going to run the reverse to Brown again, and he will once again pick up big yardage. 35 yards again. It's going to be 34 yards down to the 1. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown of the game. I know I sound like a broken record, but the Steelers have yet to throw one pass in this game, and they lead 21-7. Cincinnati has now entered Steeler territory. Andy Dalton drops back the pass. Looks for Uzama, but that's a bad pass. Ross Cockrell will make the interception, and the Steelers are going to have a chance to put this game away right here in the first half. Out of the shotgun, 1:25 to go. Roethlisberger's going to throw a pass, and it's a terrible pass, intercepted by Adam Pac-Man Jones. Maybe that's why they haven't been throwing it. Since he will get it in the field goal range, Mike Nugent will come out for a 43-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it is no good. A wasted opportunity there for the Bengals. We're now in the second half. From the 28-yard line, Roethlisberger's going to throw and complete it to Eli Rogers. There you go. They can throw the football. They are going to move it down to the 1-yard line. Roethlisberger will take it in himself. We're late in the third quarter. That's going to about put it away. It's 28-7 Pittsburgh. For good measure in the fourth quarter, Le'Veon Bell will score his 4th touchdown of this game. The Steelers run away with this one, 35-7. The Pats get the ball first, facing a quick 3rd and 21. The Rams bring the heat, but the O-line picks it up. Brady will flip this to Dion Lewis, and he's going to pick up a big gain going down past the 40-yard line, 43 yards in all. That's going to lead to this touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks. The Rams lose a big opportunity to get a defensive stop, and the Patriots streak out to a 7-0 lead. The offense will look to make up for it, though, taking their next drive down to the Patriot 13. On the crosser, Jared Goff is going to find Cooper Kupp for the touchdown. Kupp has had a fairly quiet Imperialism, but he gets the score here, tying this game up at 7 apiece. Now in the second quarter, New England faces a 2nd and 20. Once again, the O-line will hold up. Rob Gronkowski catches this in the middle of the field, will pick up the first down and then some. A 36-yard gain in all. Now from the 1-yard line, Rex Burkhead gets the pitch and gets in for the score. New England is keeping the pace here, getting back out to a 7-0 lead. The score is 14-7. Now it's the Rams' turn to respond. They're at their own 36. This pitch goes to Todd Gurley. They've got him wrapped, but they can't get him down. He will break away, and he gets away from a couple of more tacklers. The Patriots give chase. He dodges a tackle, breaks 2 more tackles, and Todd Gurley gets all the way in from 64 yards out for the touchdown. That'll tie things up at 14, and the defense has now gotten them the ball back. We're inside the 2-minute warning. Jared Goff will drop back to pass, goes to Sammy Watkins, makes a great catch, but then Malcolm Butler is going to knock the ball loose. The Patriots recover and get a pretty good return out of it. This is the game's first turnover. It will lead to a field goal attempt by Stephen Gostkowski. It is good. That makes it 17-14 at halftime. The Rams will open the second half with the ball, and they have 3rd and goal from the 7. Goff looks toward the end zone, finds Robert Woods out of the slot for the touchdown. This is the Rams' first lead of the game. They are up 21-17. Now it's New England's turn. They are lined up in the shotgun. Brady scans the field. Will look to Brandon Cooks. He's all by himself. Catches it in stride and races into the end zone for the touchdown. The Rams defense has been completely hit and miss in this game. We've got a full-fledged seesaw here. The Patriots lead 24-21. They've gotten the ball back. They're at the 2-yard line. Rex Burkhead will walk into the end zone for the touchdown. This is now the first 2-possession lead of the game for either team. It opens the fourth quarter. New England leads 31-21. The Rams are facing 4th and 5. This could be it. Jared Goff wants more than 5 yards, and now Sammy Watkins is wide open. He takes it down to the 8-yard line. Hold on to the ball this time. Watkins will get it on the next play for the touchdown. So the Rams are certainly not going away quietly. They've cut this down to 31-28. They're now lined up and they're going to surprisingly go for the onside kick. The Pats didn't look ready for it, but they do recover. It's now 2nd down. There's 3:10 left in the game. Brady is going to throw short to Brandon Cooks. After catching it at the 35-yard line, he's racing toward the end zone. The Rams can't get him down, and the Pats reestablish a 10-point lead. The Rams are entering pure desperation mode now. Pharaoh Cooper takes this kickoff at the 20, and he's getting a good return down the sideline, setting up the Rams in Patriots territory. Todd Gurley will get the first play, and he is running like a man possessed, gets it down to the 14-yard line, and now Jared Goff will go straight to Cooper Kupp for the touchdown. Every time New England does something, the Rams respond. It took just 2 plays to get the Rams back into this, and now they're going to be going for 2 points. Jared Goff is going to be throwing. He looks for Sammy Watkins, but it's knocked away, so the field goal option is gone. Yet they will do another onside kick. The Pats are going to be ready for it this time, but they cannot corral it. The Rams have it. Here we go. We've got a minute and change left in the game. Play action pass goes to Cooper Kupp. He is going to take it down inside the 20-yard line. Can the Rams do this? We got 1:19 left. This is going to be play action again. Goff is going to throw it to Gurley. He makes the catch at the 6-yard line. We now have 1:04 left in this game. The play action again will go to Cooper Kupp for the touchdown. Unbelievable. His 3rd of the game, his 2nd in 1 minute of game clock, and it was good that the Rams didn't have the field goal option because it left them to be aggressive. They will win this game 41-38. Baltimore gets off to another hot start. They're in Ram territory quickly. Lamar Jackson goes to Willie Snead. He's got space in front of him, and he gets into the end zone. Baltimore jumps out to a very quick 7-0 lead. You suspect the Rams are going to want to answer that, and they've moved the ball to their own 47. Facing a 3rd down, Todd Gurley goes around right end, cuts it back inside, leaving tacklers in his wake. As he approaches the 20-yard line, he breaks more tackles, and now it's just speed. And Todd Gurley gets a 53-yard touchdown run to end the first quarter, tying this game up at 7 apiece. Baltimore is back on the move. From the Ram 22-yard line, this pitch goes to Gus Edwards. He's been highly effective in short yardage situations, but here he's going to get a longer touchdown run of 22 yards, and almost immediately thereafter, Willie Snead's going to catch his 2nd touchdown. That makes it 21-7. The Rams get a field goal before the end of the half, so it's now 21-10 as we enter the 3rd quarter. The Rams face 3rd and 24. They go back into the shotgun. They're going to run Todd Gurley, keeping it safe, but he's more than capable of picking up this 1st down, and he does. The Ravens, surprised by the run on that 3rd and long, give it up. On the very next play now, from the 35, the play action to Gurley's gonna work. This pass goes to Robert Woods, catches it at the 40, and streaks down to the 16-yard line. A 49-yard play by Woods, and his encore is to catch this touchdown. So the Rams were looking like they were in deep trouble there, get on the board here, making this a 21-16 game. They're going to go for 2 to make it a field goal game. The reverse to Brandon Cooks, that didn't work. So it stays a 5-point game. Baltimore is now facing a 3rd and 10. Lamar Jackson calls an audible at the line. They're going to run out a pitch to receiver John Brown, and he's got the speed to make this work. Just like the Rams before them, a 3rd and long situation for the Ravens turns into a run and a first down. Now they're at the 2-yard line. Gus Edwards gets a good block at the goal line and takes it in for the score. Once again, this gives Baltimore a 2-possession lead. It's now 28-16. The Rams have been responding, though. They've got the ball at their own 39-yard line. They're going to run Todd Gurley off right tackle. He's going to get a first down and quite a bit more. He's getting away from several different tacklers. Could he do this again? He has. Gurley's second touchdown run of over 50 yards in this game. In fact, this one was 61 yards. It's now 28-23. The Rams defense is going to need a stop. The Ravens face 3rd and 6, 2 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Lamar Jackson finds the window to Michael Crabtree. This drive will continue. We're now in the 4th quarter. The Ravens are on the edge of field goal range, but will surely want more. This pass goes to Mark Andrews. He makes another great catch in traffic, putting the Ravens inside the 30-yard line. They now have a 1st and goal from the 8. The Rams desperately need to hold them to a field goal here. Lamar Jackson is going to hand this off to Gus Edwards, cuts in, cuts out, and gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. Once again, the Ravens have gone up by 12 points. It's now 35-23. The Rams are now in desperation mode from their own 46-yard line. Goff's been looking for Robert Woods all day. He's going to try him again, but this pass is overthrown and intercepted by Jimmy Smith. The Rams defense finally gets a stop here, but they've lost precious time. 1:56 to go from their own 20. Goff goes back to Woods. He connects with him for 16 yards. After an incomplete pass on 1st down with 1:29 left, the Rams are looking to get on the move again. The pass goes to Robert Woods, and he is currently doing his best Todd Gurley impersonation, dodging all sorts of tacklers, finally going down at the 5-yard line. There is exactly 1 minute left on this clock. The pitch goes to Todd Gurley, and with 51 seconds left, he gets into the end zone. So the Rams have once again cut it down to 1 possession. It's all going to come down to the onside kick. This is laid down by Greg Zuerlein. The ball is loose, but the Ravens will fall on it, kill out the clock, and get away with a 35-29 victory. The Ravens have it first, facing a 3rd and short in their own territory. This handoff gets blown up, so they're forced to punt it here on 4th and 6, except that it's a fake. Mark Ingram throws downfield for Willie Snead. It's incomplete, gifting Minnesota field position early on in the game. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to run a reverse to Stephon Diggs. He gets around the end, finds the sideline, and is getting downfield. The ball is loose, but it touches the sideline out of bounds. Minnesota gets to keep it. That's their second gift early on in this game. Now from the 4-yard line, the pitch goes to Dalvin Cook, and the Vikings are able to cash in with the touchdown. Cook gets him on the board. The Vikings lead this game 7-0. The Ravens have it back now. They are facing 3rd and 5 in their own territory. They have a 3-receiver set. Lamar Jackson calls an audible at the line. They are going to run their own reverse. This goes to Marquise Brown, but the Vikings are going to stop him right before he gets to first. And on 4th and very short, they're going to bring out the punting unit again. Might they try another fake punt? They will not, but Sam Cook can't get the punt off at all. The Vikings turn that into a field goal. Baltimore will try again, trailing 10-0. Here comes Mark Ingram up the middle, hit by Trey Waynes. The ball is loose, and Baltimore is falling apart here early on. The Vikings have it at the 10-yard line. We're still in the first quarter. The play action, the pass goes to Adam Thielen, and the Vikings have jumped out all over Baltimore. With this touchdown, they lead 17-0. It's Baltimore's ball. We're still in the first quarter, only 11 seconds left. Lamar Jackson gets held up in the backfield, but he breaks away, and he's going to provide this team a little bit of a spark going into the second quarter with that big first down run. Lamar decides he wants to keep it again. He's able to get away from some defenders, and he gets this ball down to the 7-yard line. They may be trailing by 17, but they're certainly not giving up. On the next play, Mark Ingram gets the handoff. He's had a rough game to this point, but he makes up for it somewhat here with that touchdown run. So the Ravens are certainly not dead yet. The game now is 17-7. Minnesota is going to get their first drive in their own territory. They're facing 3rd and 19. Baltimore crowds the line. Kirk Cousins looks like he wants to throw over it. He gets the pass off, and it's Adam Thielen once again. The Ravens are going to catch up to him before he scores, but that was a 51-yard gain. Once again, it's 3rd down. This time they're going to run it to Dalvin Cook. He's facing resistance, but he gets through it and will score the touchdown. So the Vikings got all kinds of great field position, but this time they go on an actual drive, and they extend the lead to 24-7. There's still some time left in the half. Baltimore will look to score again. They're going to run their own reverse to Marquise Brown. He is getting in and around the defense, and he picks up a good gain down to the Minnesota 45. Next, Mark Ingram is able to run his way to a good gain, about 19 yards to the 26. But as time is running out, they have to settle for the field goal. So the halftime score here is 24-10. Baltimore gets a quick 3-and-out to start the second half. They're at their own 15-yard line. They're going to keep running the ball. Mark Ingram on the pitch is going to get a first down. Another double-digit run for him. Now set up at midfield, the Ravens certainly have their eyes on the end zone. The throw is going to go to Mark Andrews. Makes a nice catch. Gain of 17 yards. From the 31, it's now 3rd and 7. Jackson's going to keep it himself, and he gets around the defense. He's just too fast, and he's got some moves too. Gets it down to the 11-yard line. They're just outside, goal to go. The Vikings make a change on defense. Lamar calls an audible and will call his own number on the rollout. Same thing. This is a touchdown for the Ravens. Down by 17 early. They've now cut the lead to 7. The score of this game is 24-17. The Vikings offense has had a great game, though. This is 3rd and very short. The Vikings are going to give it to Dalvin Cook. He's held up in the backfield, but he's able to squirm away and get himself a nice gain. That was looking like a 1 or 2 yarder turned into 17. Now from the 41, the third quarter ticks away. Kirk Cousins looks downfield for Kyle Rudolph. Makes a nice diving catch, taken down at the 11-yard line. It's now 3rd down from the 2. This has been a tough down for the Ravens all game. The handoff to Cook is stuffed, and the Vikings are going to settle for a 21-yard field goal here from Dan Bailey. That feels like a disappointing result, but it also restores a 2-possession lead. Can the Vikings defense step up? We're now in the 4th quarter. Lamar Jackson hands it off to Mark Ingram. The running game is working. Why not keep doing it? Ingram spins away, and he's having himself quite the game after his first quarter fumble. A 26-yarder there. On 3rd and very short, the pitch goes to Ingram. He will get the first and quite a bit more. The defense stumbles, and Ingram finds his way into the end zone. 1-possession game now. With that touchdown, it's 27-24. The Vikings offense is in trouble. It's 2nd and 18 from their own 8-yard line. Kirk Cousins looking for Stephon Diggs. That pass is overthrown, and Brandon Carr makes the interception. We've seen the Ravens do this all throughout Imperialism, falling behind and making up for it in the fourth quarter. Carr still has the ball here. His return finally is stopped at the 25-yard line. We are at 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. From the 12, it goes to Ingram. Can he do it again? He can! And after falling behind 17-0 in the first quarter, for the first time today, the Baltimore Ravens take the lead at 31-27. Will the defense step up one more time? Minnesota in their own territory. Cousins goes for Diggs. That's incomplete. The Diggs connection hasn't worked. Maybe he goes back to Thielen. The Ravens will crowd the line again. Cousins drops back. He goes to Thielen on the crosser. Makes the catch inside the 40-yard line. Field goal does him no good here. 1:15 left to go. Play action. We saw this at the beginning of the game. The pass goes to Thielen, makes the catch, and scores the touchdown. With 55 seconds remaining in this game, the Vikings have taken the lead back at 34-31. It's go time for the Ravens. They can tie it with a field goal. Jackson drops back, can't find anybody downfield, dumps it to Mark Ingram. It's a good game, but time is not on their side. 34 seconds remaining. They are at their own 31-yard line. Out of the shotgun, the quick dump goes to Ingram. He can go down here for a field goal, but they're not thinking field goal. Ingram spins away. He has a chance to break this as the clock expires, and the Vikings catch him at the 2. And an incredible ending to this game. The Minnesota Vikings hold on to defeat the Baltimore Ravens 34-31. Baltimore has it first at their own 20-yard line. They pitch it out to Gus Edwards. He hasn't seen the ball much, and maybe that's why. Jair Alexander forces the fumble. Darnell Savage picks it up. They've got him at the 1-yard line, but he gets away and scores the touchdown. The Packers do unto others as they've had done unto them. They score first. It's now 7-0. The Ravens are getting moving, though, from the Packer 33-yard line. Lamar Jackson throws the quick slant to Willie Snead, and he is able to just squirm his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's going to quickly tie things up at 7 apiece. Green Bay has it now. They're facing a 3rd and 16. Both teams make changes at the line. They pitch it out to Aaron Jones, playing it safe, but he has a chance to pick up the first. Cuts outside, but they stop him short. Now Baltimore is facing a 3rd and 16. Quick pass goes to Mark Andrews, makes the catch. He's also short. This game is really starting to tighten up now. On 3rd down and 7, this pass to Devontae Adams is incomplete. Now the Ravens are facing a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 8. The handoff to Gus Edwards is smushed up in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. 3rd and 19 for the Packers. Rodgers looks for Jamal Williams, makes the catch, but he's short. Still 7-7. The Ravens are going to try it here on 2nd down. J.K. Dobbins makes another big catch. He had one earlier in Imperialism. But it's once again 3rd down. They're going to give it to Dobbins again, but he is stopped. So Justin Tucker will come out for the 48-yard field goal attempt. He puts it up, and he puts it in. With under a minute to go in the half, the Ravens have scored. It's now 10-7. The Packers facing 3rd and 14. Rodgers looks downfield, goes for Jamal Williams, his favorite receiver today. That's incomplete. So on 4th down, they're bringing out the punting unit, but the Ravens come up and block the punt. LJ Fort is going to pick this up. Can he run it back? He cannot. They've stopped him at the 13-yard line. Tucker will tack on another field goal. Our halftime score is 13-7. Now in the second half, the Packers have got a drive going. This pitch goes out to Aaron Jones. He's going to pick up a first down and quite a bit more. He's fighting hard for extra yardage, temporarily slips away, but finally gets taken down. It's third down once again for the Packers, a much more manageable one at 4 yards to go, but the Ravens bring the house. That forces the quick pass that falls incomplete. Mason Crosby's going to come out now for the 34-yard field goal. The Ravens don't block it. The kick is up, and it's no good. The Packers offense has yet to score a point in this game. It's still 13-7. The Ravens are going to look to go for the kill here. They set up shop at the 20-yard line. This quick pass goes to Marquise Brown. He's got green grass in front of him. The Packers pursue and get him down at the 43-yard line. They've been sticking with the pass today. Let's see if they continue. They will. Jackson gets hit as he throws, but Mark Andrews is there for the touchdown. The Ravens have now extended to a 2-possession lead. They go for 2 and miss, so it stays 19-7. Green Bay needs to get going. It's almost the fourth quarter. They haven't scored on offense yet. Rodgers goes deep to Davante Adams. That'll help get it going. The Ravens pursue, and they're going to get him down, but not before he gets into the red zone. Still time remaining in the third quarter. 19-7. Rodgers once again wants to throw, and he goes to Robert Tonyan. What an imperialism this man has had. Touchdown Green Bay. We've got a game. They've sprung to life and cut the lead down to 19-14. It's third down and 9 for the Ravens. Lamar wants to throw to J.K. Dobbins. He can't make another great catch. The Packers get it back, but they're forced to punt. J.K. Scott gets off quite a beauty here. James Prost back to receive at the 31. He looks like he's getting himself a pretty good return here, but he will lose the ball. His second big fumble in imperialism. The Packers pick it up. They're running it down inside the 20-yard line. They've got a golden opportunity to take back the lead. Rodgers will go to Adams. He makes the catch, but he's taken down at the 1-yard line. The Ravens will be looking for a goal line stand here. On the first play, the Packers will throw, and Rodgers will find, unbelievably, Robert Tonyan. Touchdown Green Bay, his second, and they've taken a 21-19 lead. But the Ravens have shown that they can make comebacks. They're in their own territory. Lamar's got time, goes to Marquise Brown, catches it at midfield and is able to get inside the 30-yard line. Here we go once again on third down, 3rd and 9. Lamar wants Marquise Brown again, but he's tackled short of the first down. And while a field goal would give them the lead here, they've decided it's not going to be enough, so they have to go for it on 4th down. A gutsy call. On 4th and 3, they're going to throw. They're going for it all, and Marquise Brown will score the touchdown. Their aggression pays off, and now the Packers cannot win with a field goal. It's going to need to be a touchdown. It's 26-21. Here comes the potential game-winning drive. From their own 28, Rodgers goes to the forgotten man, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He will pick up a first down. There is 1:22 on the clock. Out of the shotgun, Rodgers will look for Jamal Williams, knocked away, incomplete. 1:15 now on the clock. They're facing the pressure. Rodgers will scan the field, check it down to Jamal Williams. He's able to get it inside the 45. The Ravens' decision to go for the touchdown looks smart now. After a knockback from midfield, Rodgers will once again go to Jamal Williams. He's at the 39-yard line, but there's only 28 seconds to go. It's also the Packers' bugaboo here. It is third down. They've got 4 wide. Rodgers looks downfield. He's going to go to Davante Adams. Will the Ravens catch him? They will not. Adams gets into the end zone. Touchdown Green Bay with 11 seconds on the clock. They kick the extra point. It's 28-26. The Ravens are going to have one last chance here. Devin Duvernay on the kickoff return. Gets it at the 19. cuts in, cuts out. He's getting a good return. He's getting past midfield, but Green Bay will take him down, and they have completed the comeback, winning this game and winning the title 28-26. The Niners have it first, and they've moved it to midfield on third down. Chris Jones is going to break through for the sack. The Chiefs will take over, trying to overcome their first half blues in recent games. It's 3rd and 11. Patrick Mahomes has time. Looks like he wants the deep ball here to Tyreek Hill. Makes the catch, takes the hit, and holds on to the ball. On the next play, they're at the Niner 35-yard line. Mahomes might want to go for Hill again. He does, and Hill makes the catch. They're covering him just fine. He's just coming up with the ball. Now on 1st and goal, the pitch goes out to Darrell Williams, and the Chiefs strike first. Overcoming some of the first half problems they've been having, they get out to a 7-0 lead. The 49ers will be looking to respond. They're at midfield once again. It's 3rd and 10 this time. They tried Kyle Juszczyk up the middle. That didn't work, so the Chiefs have it back. 2nd and 11 from their own 25. With all the attention on Hill and Kelsey, the pass goes out to Byron Pringle, and he's able to run it out into 49er territory. Now switching sides in the second quarter. From the 21, the Niners bring the rush. Nick Bosa strips the ball away from Patrick Mahomes. Oh my goodness, did they need that? They're getting a great return here inside the 20-yard line, finally down at the 15. What a turnaround. Can they take advantage? Jimmy Garoppolo goes straight to Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Niners. They really have no business being tied in this game, but here we are. It is 7-7. Kansas City has been in control, but they're not showing it on the scoreboard. On 1st down, they bring the rush again, but he gets the pass off to Tyreek Hill. He's having himself a monster game. They've now gotten to the 15-yard line. It's 3rd down. They're going to run Mecole Hardman. Niners fans, cover your eyes. That's Hardman in the end zone against the Niners in a title game for the touchdown. That will give them a 14-7 lead. There's still time left in the first half, not a whole lot. 1:11 to go. The Niners have the pieces to get this ball moving. Garoppolo goes deep to Brandon Ayuk, and he makes a diving catch. At the very least, they are in field goal range. Set up here now at the 7-yard line. Garoppolo wants the end zone. He's going to go to Deebo Samuel, but Charvarius Ward is there for the pick. The future 49er ends the threat. We'll begin the second half still 14-7. This is Byron Pringle on the opening kickoff of the second half. He's getting himself quite a good return, giving Kansas City a short field from the 49er 28-yard line. Incomplete on 1st down. It's now 2nd down. Mahomes wants Tyreek, and all his work in this game is now paid off with a touchdown. This is now a 21-7 game. It's still early in the second half, but the Niners might be feeling the desperation. They've moved it to the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Garoppolo takes off scrambling. He's been trying this quite a bit. He's coming up just a little short, and the Niners know that 3 points ain't going to cut it here. On 4th and 1, they brought out the offense. They're going to go for it. The whole playbook's open here. They try Elijah Mitchell. He doesn't get much, but enough for the first down. So here they are at the 17-yard line. They need to close this drive out. Garoppolo's going to try to run again, and that's too many times to the well. Rashad Fenton jars the ball loose. The Chiefs, with a 2-possession lead, take over the ball, and they're now in Niner territory. Who does Mahomes want here? He wants Tyreek. He's streaking to the end zone. They stop him at the goal line. He's not quite in, but they want him to get the touchdown. They give it to him on the reverse. He will score for the second time, and in the fourth quarter, the Chiefs have taken a dominant 28-7 lead. It went back and forth from here, never got closer than 14 points, and the Chiefs win this game 35-21. Cincy goes nowhere on offense to start the game, so they're forced to punt. Nyheim Hines is back to receive for the Bills, takes it at the 31-yard line, gets to about the 40 where the ball is stripped loose. It's eventually here going to be recovered by the Bengals. That's offensive lineman Lyle Collins running it back in for the score. So where the offense couldn't do anything, the special teams pick up the slack since he takes a 7-0 lead. Buffalo now has the ball, and they're just behind midfield, facing a 3rd and 4. Josh Allen doesn't seem interested in just 4 yards, though. Gabe Davis makes a diving catch, then gets up and avoids the tacklers to get into the end zone for the score. A spectacular play by Davis to tie this game up at 7 apiece. Chris Evans takes the ensuing kickoff for the Bengals, weaving in and out of attempted tackles by the Bills. He gets past the last wave, but they catch up to him quickly. A good 40-yard return. The first play after the return is a draw to Joe Mixon. He cuts through the middle, then goes to the outside, deftly dodging tacklers and getting taken down for 1st and goal. But the Bengals are now going to face a 3rd and goal. This is from the 9-yard line. Burrow looks into the end zone for Jamar Chase. He makes the catch for the touchdown. We are still in the first quarter. Cincinnati leads 14-7. Buffalo's now quickly moved into Cincinnati territory in the second quarter. Out of the shotgun, Josh Allen's going to try to scramble, but a nice tackle gets him down short of the first. Now on 3rd and 1, Allen looks like he wants to run again, but he'll throw. It gets batted down at the line, incomplete. And on 4th and 1, they're going to bring out the field goal unit. From 43 yards out, Tyler Bass is going to miss. So the lack of aggression here is going to cost the Bills. Since he takes over and they've just crossed the midfield, they have a 3rd and 1, and Joe Mixon gets stuffed. So they're going to punt it back to Buffalo. From the shadow of their own end zone at the 9-yard line, Devin Singletary's taking on a bigger role for this team, gets a nice run out to the 35. But once again on 4th and 1, Buffalo's just conceding. They're going to punt this ball away. It's almost blocked. It's going to land in Trent Taylor's hand. He's going to get a somewhat decent return. And after a high-scoring first quarter, we went scoreless in the second. Since he's got a drive going now into 3rd, it's on 3rd down. They try mixing up the middle. He is going to be stopped short. So they're going to bring out Money Mac himself, Evan McPherson, a 34-yard field goal attempt where Buffalo missed. Cincinnati makes. They've taken a 17-7 lead. Now Buffalo has it at their own 29-yard line. Singletary is a continuing factor, cuts to the outside, passes midfield, spins away, and picks up a 33-yard run. A loss of yardage on 1st down sets up a 2nd and 16. Josh Allen's just going to power through the middle, and that works. He's going to pick up another 30-yard plus run for the Bills, getting him down to the 13-yard line. The running game has been dynamic, and it's been working. From the 13, it looks like Allen wants to run again, but he'll stop and throw it to Isaiah McKenzie. Touchdown, Buffalo. They're right back in this, cutting the lead down to 17-14. The Bengals are now putting a drive together, having gotten past midfield. Not too much time left in the 3rd. Burrow's going to throw across the middle. Dangerous pass, but Tyler Boyd makes the catch. They get knocked back on 1st down, so on 2nd and 18, Burrow's going to look downfield again. This is T. Higgins. Makes the catch and hurdles the defender into the end zone. As the 3rd quarter clock expires, they're back up by 10 points at 24-14. There's still some time left, but if Buffalo doesn't score on this drive, that might be it for them. This is a deep pass to Stephon Diggs. Makes the diving reception for the 1st down. Now on the next play, the Bills look to be in a very similar formation. Allen drops back, wants to go to Diggs again, and bang, bang, that's a touchdown. So much for them not getting back into this one. It's now 24-21, but this kind of back and forth won't work. They're going to need a stop. Chris Evans on the kick return. He's had a nice day today, and he's doing it again, getting it just past midfield. They've now moved it to the 13-yard line. Burrow out of the shotgun goes to chase. That is another Bengals touchdown, and they're right back up to a 10-point lead. Buffalo's going to, of course, need to respond here. They've got something going. They're just behind midfield. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Allen goes to Gabe Davis, makes another nice play, gets it inside the 30-yard line. Time isn't exactly Buffalo's friend here. Josh Allen's going to step back, surveys the field, will check it down across the middle to McKenzie, and he gets it to just outside the 10. They don't do much on first down. It's now second down. Allen is going to keep the ball. He's going to run with it, heading toward the end zone. They stop him just short of the goal line. Now it is 3rd and 1, not 3rd and goal. It doesn't matter. Allen takes it in for the score. So once again, the ping pong ball moves, but once again, Buffalo remains down 3. They can't get a stop on defense, so maybe an onside kick is coming. It certainly is. That ball is bouncing around, but Tyler Boyd makes the recovery, giving Cincinnati a chance to kill off this clock. They lose 5 yards on first. On second, they run a reverse to T. Higgins. The Bills can't get to him, and Higgins is going to pick up the first down and quite a bit more. One more first down will probably get this deal done. It's 2nd and 6. They pitch it out to Joe Mixon. He's got the first and has a chance for the touchdown. It doesn't matter that he didn't get it. The Bengals will kill out the clock, and despite this final score being very close, at no point in this game did they ever trail. They defeat Buffalo 31-28. New England crosses midfield with their first possession, but they're forced to punt, and it's a pretty good punt. Ray McCloud takes it at the 3-yard line. He will fumble the ball, though, and the Patriots pick it up, and if they're going to win this game, this is going to have to be how they do it. They score a special teams touchdown. It's Ezekiel Elliott who picks it up and runs it back in. Now the Niners are getting a drive going. It's 3rd and 13. They have little problem giving it to McCaffrey, but he stopped and they settle for a field goal. It's now 7-3. The Niners get it right back. Brandon Ayuk is nothing if not wide open. Brock Purdy finds him, and he runs it in for the score. So the Niners weather the early storm and hold on to a 10-7 lead. They once again get it back quickly. We're in the second quarter. They're in Patriots territory. Purdy's holding the ball too long. He's going down with the sack, but moreover, Jelani Tavai will force the fumble. The Patriots do recover, but this time they can't take advantage. The Niners have quickly moved again to the Patriot 28. Brock Purdy looks toward the end zone where George Kittle's all by his lonesome. Touchdown 49ers. They've now taken a 17-7 lead. The Patriots might be feeling the desperation already, even though there's plenty of time left in the game. Mac Jones is going to try to dump this pass off, but Jair Brown is there for the interception. He's able to get away. Might he return this? He cannot, but the Niners are already in the red zone. A touchdown may well put this game away. From the 12-yard line, Brock Purdy goes to Deebo Samuel. They are spreading the love on offense. That makes this 24-7. The Patriots' desperation led to Mac Jones throwing 3 more picks in this game. Not much else happened on the scoreboard, and the Niners cruise to a 34-13 victory. The Lions open the game with a defensive stop. They've got it at their own 40-yard line. Jared Goff looks like he wants to go deep, but he holds it too long, and Jerzon Newton gets in for the sack. Got to put that one on Goff, not the O-line. Now Washington has it. They're at their own 39. Jaden Daniels looks downfield for Olamide Zaccheaus, makes the catch, and for the first time, they've crossed midfield. We are now in the second quarter, still scoreless. 3rd and goal from the 11. Daniels goes to Terry McLaurin. He'll make the catch, but be short of the end zone. Austin Seibert puts in a field goal. We've got our first score of the game. It's 3-0. The Lions now have it at their own 15-yard line, looking to get this offense into gear, but Goff holds it too long again, and Bobby Wagner gets in for the sack. That'll place them back at their own 7-yard line. The Commanders see weakness, and they get in for the safety. Durance Armstrong, part of the blitz, makes this a 5-0 game. Washington does well with the free kick, and the pitch here goes to Jeremy McNichols. In for the injured Austin Eckler, gets the game's first touchdown. The Commanders lead this game 12-0. Detroit's in danger of being shut out in the first half. They're facing a 3rd and 9 in their own territory. They make a change at the line. They're going to try Jahmyr Gibbs here. Gets past the defender. What a play there by Gibbs. And picks up a lot more yards. Time's ticked away on them a little bit, though. There's only 29 seconds remaining in the half. Goff drops back. Throws it past the outstretched defender. Amon-Ra St. Brown with the touchdown. Detroit makes this 12-7. And they're going to have the ball to start the second half. What can they do with it? From their own 34. Goff looks like he wants to go deep again. He's going to hold it, let it go at the last second. Jameson Williams makes the catch, gets in for the touchdown. After a terrible start, Detroit now leads this game 14-12 on a 65-yard touchdown. But Washington's offense is on the move in Detroit territory. Daniels looks like he wants to run, then that threat brings the defense up. They get a pass completed to Terry McLaurin inside the 10-yard line. They're set up here, 1st and goal from the 8. The pitch goes to Brian Robinson, gets around left end, and will score the touchdown. They sure weren't behind for long. Washington leads 19-14. Has Detroit's offense caught fire now, though? They're not in a good spot. They're at their own 3-yard line. Could Washington possibly get another safety here? Goff is going to try to scramble. He just gets it past the goal line. Dante Fowler with the sack. They're now literally inches in front of the goal line. Goff drops back to the back of the end zone, goes deep for Williams. He'll make the catch. On 2 catches in this game, Williams is over 100 yards. This pass now goes to Sam Laporta. He's rumbling. I don't think he's going to be able to make it. He doesn't. They get him down at the 2. They've gone backwards a little bit now. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to run David Montgomery. He dives just a little short. And after all that, they're kicking the field goal. I'm kind of hoping Dan Campbell never sees this because he would never do this. The kick is almost going to be blocked, but it goes in. Will the Lions now face the same fate as the Eagles? They still trail 19-17. This is going to be the chance for Washington to get out by a 2-score lead again. McNichols is going to have the first down, but Terrion Arnold rips the ball loose. That's what they needed. The first turnover of the game. The Lions are going to have it in pretty good field position. We now move to the 4th quarter. They're at their own 44. They're still throwing. This one goes to St. Brown, makes the diving catch. First down at the 33-yard line. They've gotten a little closer now. It's 2nd and 1 from the 24. Goff is going to throw again. He wants St. Brown again. He's got him again. Touchdown, Detroit. They're back in the lead. They go for 2 here to get a 6-point lead, and they don't get it. So it remains 23-19. On 3rd and 3 now. Daniels throws for McNichols. It's incomplete. They're going to go for it from the Detroit 39. Daniels, once again, wants to throw to McNichols. I think he thinks it's Austin Eckler. It's incomplete, and Detroit takes over. They've moved it to the Washington 40. Goff wants to go deep again, this time to Jahmyr Gibbs. Catches it at the 5 and scores the touchdown. This is Detroit's biggest lead of the game. It's 30-19. We cannot count the Commanders out yet, though. 1:49 left. They've got a long way to go. Daniels is going to throw this to Zacchaeus. He'll make the catch, and just like that, they're in Detroit territory at the 36. They could go for a field goal here. They need a 3 and an 8, but they might want to be more aggressive than that. Daniels is going to go to McLaurin. He'll make the catch. Speaking of the aggression, that's a touchdown. They will kick the extra point here, so they remain down by 4 points. It's all going to depend on the onside kick anyway. Seibert lays it down, but Amon-Ra St. Brown recovers it. Detroit rubs some salt in the wound with another touchdown, and an explosive second half gives them the 37-26 victory.